U.S. players are gassed. Iranians are up. It comes into the box again. An Iranian player looking for a penalty. And the game is over.
USA wins! USA wins! Beating the terrorist nation of Iraq!
I mean Iran.
Iran, yeah.
Oops. Well, there's quite a bit of terrorists running around Iraq as well. Wow. I mean, how about that? So we beat the Iranians. Did you know, we didn't play this. And if we do it here, maybe we'll do it later on. But did you hear the U.S. Player that got excoriated by some Iranian media guy for mispronouncing Iran and saying Iran like I ran so far away?
Can't you say it either way?
Well, I guess they like to hear Iran and not Iran. And well, hang on, I got the audio here somewhere. Hang on a minute, let me find this. I mean, this is like just crazy. This is not. Listen to this. This is the U.S. soccer captain. Listen to this audio bite.
You say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear. Second of all...
What a prick.
Ooh, once and for all.
I mean, now, you know, the USA team beats Iran, beats Iran. And listen, if I were the captain, I would tell the guy to take his soccer ball and shove it up sideways. You know, what was this guy? It was just the dude was like just aggressive, just nasty.
Of all the problems Iran has,
I ran so far away. I ran so far away.
You say you support the Iranian people, but you're pronouncing our country's name wrong. Our country is named Iran, not Iran. Please, once and for all, let's get this clear.
Listen to what he says.
Listen
to what he says.
Are you okay to be representing a country that has so much discrimination against black people in its own borders? And we saw the Black Lives Matter movement over the past few years.
My apologies on the mispronunciation of your country. Yeah, that being said, you know, there's discrimination everywhere you go. You know, one thing that I've learned, especially from living abroad in the past years and having to fit in different cultures, is that in the U.S. we're continuing to make progress every single day. I grew up in a white family with obviously an African American heritage and background as well. So I had a little bit of different cultures, and I was very very easily able to assimilate in different cultures. So you know, not everyone has that.
All right, couple of things here. First of all, I couldn't believe how poised he was in answering the question because the Iranian reporter was just rude. It's like, why don't you pronounce our damn country right? Why don't you get straight? It was just aggressive. It wasn't even passive aggressive. It was just aggressive.
I'd be like, dude, why don't you eat me? How about that? Something just really disrespectful back to him.
That's number one. And then the Iranian reporter tries to jar up all kinds of racial issues with inequality. Really? You're going to talk a country where you oppress people? A country where you've got morality police that will kill people? They killed that woman for not wearing her headscarf properly.
That's the most gaslighting question I've ever heard. And then the player answered it like he gave him a solid answer. Didn't say that's absurd.
Yeah, that was at the presser before the match. The day before. And, of course, the big, huge breaking news is that the Iranians were beaten by Team USA, the men's soccer team, in the FIFA, FOFA.
That does sound like that.
FIFA, FOFA.
I smell the blood of an Iranian. Yes.
There you go. So the USA beating 1-0. I mean, just incredible. And, you know, unfortunately, the Iranian soccer team will now be executed by the Ayatollah for losing. So, yes, Roxanne.
Well, I'm confused now. This reporter, if you listen to him, when he talked about, he said,
Hold on. No one's going to make any comment about me saying that the Iranian soccer team is going to be executed by the Ayatollah.
I don't think nobody has a disagreement with that. I mean, I haven't
Yeah.
seen this team in public since.
It's not really hyperbole. Yeah.
It's plausible.
Yes.
There are reports that the team is going to face repercussions and get punished. Do you know also, I mean, I have a lot to get into later on. So remind me later on to talk about the threats, the Iran threats. But also, hey, before we move on here in the opening of the program, I just want to do a little comparison.
Okay.
So this is where the USA scored the first goal, the one and only goal. This is where USA scored. Listen.
Weston McKinney, Des making a big run. It's meant for him. Des is snuck in behind. Des into the middle. Pulisic scores! Might have paid the price, but the U.S. takes the lead.
And then, of course, our player was injured, rammed into the goalie. What's his name? Pulisic? I think it's how you pronounce it. Pulisic.
That's the guy who was talking.
Yeah, so he was injured. He claims he's going to be playing in Saturday's game against the Netherlands. But, again, listen to the first goal here, the one and only goal. Listen to the actual play-by-play as it was heard on Fox.
Weston McKinney, Des making a big run. It's meant for him. Des is snuck in behind. Des into the middle. Pulisic scores! Might have paid the price, but the U.S. takes the lead.
Might have paid the price, but the USA takes the lead, 1-0. So that was the USA call. That was on Fox. This is the Telemundo call. Listen to this.
Otra vez Tyler. Para Weston McKinney. Se mete Serginho. Vino para Serginho Des. El toque en media posición.
Still around. All right. He's been around for like 50 years.
A little more excitement on the Telemundo Espanol call.
You want to talk about a one-trick pony.
Than the English-speaking guys on Fox. It's a little bit of a difference. Were you going to say something else, Roxanne?
I mean, now I'm just going to say that for a guy who doesn't do much on sports, you are all over this in every language.
Listen, we needed to beat Iran. I mean, can you imagine a terrorist state sponsor like Iran beating the United States? It felt like it was like good over terrorist evil.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. All right, just getting rolling, folks. Man, we got a jammed up. What is this, Wednesday? Got a pretty jammed up show. Man, I can't believe I'm still getting unbelievable feedback on one of my photos. Oh, and I posted another photo last night, which I think is very, very interesting and pertinent. We're just getting rolling. Early Morons in the News coming up in just a bit. A busy Wednesday. Don't miss 1 minute of the show here on the MJ Morning Show. Traffic is on. Let's grab Pat at 6:09. Get the latest. Bridge was kind of heavy this morning. I thought traffic was already heavy when I rolled in about, 20 minutes ago.
All right, things are looking good except for one.
On Q105, it is 6:19. MJ and the crew here. And, you guys are lucky. I just was listening to a conversation between Roxanne and Froggy, and you guys, I haven't had this experience with the cradle. However, I think I've had this experience before with the wire. Hold on. We'll explain that in just a second. First, though, this image that I took, I mean, I can't believe, Fester, why are you walking in here with like this goofy looking face, like you're missing your butt or something?
No, well, I'm always missing my butt. I think I cracked a tooth, and I was trying to feel.
Oh, you were doing this weird thing with your face. It was like you were holding your jaw was all like distended, like you were some kind of an Appalachian hillbilly with an overbite. Or is that an underbite? If you're
both. It's an underbite if the jaw sticks out. Usually due to no teeth.
That's an underbite. So Fester just walks in with this crazy facial expression, distracting me from whatever the hell I was talking about.
I apologize.
And you think you just cracked a tooth?
Not just. I mean, it may have happened over the last couple of days. Much like you, I still have.
What are you, tonguing it?
Yeah, I was tonguing my tooth.
Okay.
You know, you can prevent that brushing.
Well, no, it's one of those. The wisdom teeth, right? You're supposed to have them removed.
Yeah.
No, you're not supposed to have them removed.
Well,
you're only supposed to
do.
have them removed in case there's an issue.
Don't do it.
If like I had all 32 teeth. Now I only have 31 because I've carried all 4 of my wisdom teeth my entire life, and then I did crack one in the back, and that's when Dr. Childers yanked the sucker out about a year and change ago. And it's fine. So I still have 3 of my wisdom teeth, and they're fine. You're not supposed to get them taken out unless they're problematic.
It's like tonsils.
Yeah, I mean, I have my tonsils.
All right.
I thought that was a coming of age thing. I got mine taken out. I don't know why.
Coming of age, it hurts like hell.
I think that's like a whole upsell thing with dent. I got to be honest.
Let's just do all 4.
Let's just take them all out. Yeah, just take. If you don't need to have your wisdom teeth taken out, if you don't have a lot of times it's like a crowding issue, or it's a cleaning issue and you get cavities back there, or you can't scrub well enough back there. But I never had an issue with crowding or my teeth getting pushed forward by my wisdom teeth, so I always had them. And for whatever reason, one of my wisdom teeth had a crack. It was my bottom right, and finally had it taken out like a year ago. So I went for many, many years in my life with all 4 teeth. But
interesting.
I don't think you ultimately, just if you're a human being, that you must have your wisdom teeth taken out. I think that's a bit of a racket.
All right. So anyway.
Yes.
I think I chipped or cracked one of my wisdom teeth, and I was just tonguing it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That could be. Do you have all 4 of yours?
I am a Club 31er as well. I had my lower left removed, I don't know, 7-8 years ago.
All right, so wait a minute. You might have to have this one taken out now, so you might be a Club 30.
Whoa.
And you smoke cigars, so they're going to get impacted.
Instead of being a Club 28, because if you had all 4 taken out.
I'm in the Club 30.
You have 2?
I had 2.
So you have 2 wisdom teeth. Now, what did you just say? Impact what?
If you get your wisdom teeth out, I know you like to smoke cigars.
Right.
It'll be impacted.
How?
I don't know.
It'll be delicious.
I don't think that smoking cigars would impact.
The sucking.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to not suck for a
You're supposed to not
days.
drink out of a straw.
All I know is my mom had her wisdom teeth taken out when I was a little kid, and I just remember she was in agony, and
You look like a chipmunk.
well, something about a dry socket
That's
or
what
something.
it is. I had 2 of those.
Dry socket.
It's hell on earth for 3 weeks.
Tell you what, I want you to stick your finger in an electrical socket. That's what I'd like Froggy to do this morning.
That'll hurt.
I'm in Club 28, and I love it.
Whoa, look at you. One upper once again.
Oh, yeah, Club 28 over here.
That's
All
the
right.
club you want to be in.
All right, so, hey, we got a lot of things to do here. First of all, the picture, and then I got to talk about the conversation that I just heard Roxanne and Froggy having. And, yeah, Roxanne, you're a bit lucky this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, the wrath of me could have been upon you. All right, hold on. First, though, the picture that I took of the lady on that e-scooter or that e-bike, man, I can't tell you how many. And I'm having people email me saying they think they know who it is.
You recognize that ass?
I've not definitive. Froggy, that's
You put a picture of it up.
But you don't have to say it like that.
Okay, they recognize that buttocks. I mean, what?
What do you want me to say?
derriere.
You're the voyeur.
This picture, the engagement is off the charts. The number of people liking this image, I think this could be one of the most commented upon posts that I put on my Instagram. If you haven't seen it, it was a Thanksgiving surprise. In fact, it caused me to coin the phrase, Happy Thongsgiving. Happy Thongsgiving.
We all get it.
Because Michelle and Julian and myself, we were driving to dinner. We went out to dinner for Thanksgiving, and we're in South Tampa. We're driving over to Burns, and I like doing a cut through off MacDill. I cut across Dale Mabry on Swan, then I hang a right on MacDill, then I usually hook a left on Watros and cruise through the neighborhood, and that puts you right onto South Howard, right at Burns Steakhouse. And we're on Watros, and then here's this woman on an e-bike or an e-scooter, and she's wearing a dress, and the whole back of the dress is blowing up with the draft behind her from riding the bike. And there are full cheeks. She is wearing butt floss. She's wearing a thong, and you've got just full thong in your face, T-back thong.
Right, you're really ruining this for everybody.
She's
It's a thong.
Total cheekage. What the hell am I ruining?
I mean, Froggy says that as, right? Is that what and you jump all over him, and here you are giving a play-by-play in every...
I'm not using...
It's like you pulled out a female underwear thesaurus,
No,
and you're just dropping...
I'm not using callous language like... That
Yeah, but you're
whatever.
using every other word. You're going down every listing for female undergarments.
It is creepy.
But I'm saying thong.
Did you say
What?
you have somebody who thinks they know who this person is?
I have several emails. I don't know whether these people live in the neighborhood or where, but they say, "Hey, I think I know who that is." But I wrote back, "Well, who? Well, give us a phone number."
No, wrong answer.
What?
Wrong answer. That is 100% the wrong answer.
All right. So, what's the right answer?
I'm just going to let this picture live in its glory without knowing what the other side looks like. Because there's a very high probability, a very, very high probability that it's downhill from there.
Anyway, if you haven't seen the picture,
No.
it is really a spectacular shot. Now, I was driving, and Julian got the picture because I wasn't going to drive and be fumbling with my phone and trying to take a picture and focus and zoom and all that.
Shut up.
So, what?
I mean, last week you took a picture of a guy on a bicycle on the bridge at 70 miles an hour. I mean, driving down a residential street at 25.
walking contradiction.
I've decided to get safer with my driving.
I mean, come on.
All right. So Julian snapped the picture. I posted it on my Instagram. Folks, if you haven't seen this yet, go check out the dress lifting up from the rear and seeing the butt and the thong. I mean, it's really a spectacular shot. And some people might think it's Photoshop. This is completely untouched. Zero touching up. This is 100% as taken. If you want to see the butt floss, T-back, thong, skirt lifting up right in front of us while we're driving to Thanksgiving dinner last week, the image, I even pinned it. I pinned the post up on my Instagram. So it's the first thing on my Instagram. So if you go to Certified MJ Radio, that is my personal Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. And if you don't follow me, give me a follow because you never know what the hell's going to pop up on my feed. Go to Certified MJ Radio. It's the first item. It's pinned now, and you can see the butt floss thong picture. It's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And feel free to give me a follow while you're there.
Right.
Also give the morning show account a follow, MJ Morning Show on Instagram as well, MJ Morning Show. So thank you for all the massive response and interaction with this photo. People are smitten.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smitten.
They're smitten with the photo.
No, smitten's not the right word. They're appreciative of it. They're intrigued by it. But
Yeah.
I bet you I'm right on the other side of the
Now,
coin.
Roxanne, I listened in. You and Froggy were having a little conversation, and you made a statement. And I'm sitting here working. I'm just going through my papers and just kind of sorting things out, getting ready for the program. And you and Froggy were sort of engaged, and you said you're lucky you woke up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, because Daviana woke me up, and usually.
Oh, this is your young daughter that sleeps in the bed with you every night?
She has an ear infection, so she's been a little restless.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I suggested months and months ago to get your 2.5-year-old out of your bed.
Don't care. I don't care about your suggestion.
I
mean, I appreciate it, but I'm not.
She doesn't even appreciate it. She's lying.
Yeah.
That's her being fake nice.
All right, so you had this kid kick you in utero. So the kid was kicking while you're carrying this kid in your womb. The kid's kicking, and so what? You missed that. So you like having the kid kick you in the middle of the night while you're sleeping?
No, I see it with
after birth.
No, I see it with my 5-year-old. This period of time with your children goes by so quickly. My 5-year-old is in her room, happy as can be. So I like to have my baby in there, and not to mention, I was even saying this.
Lucky you didn't like roll over on them when they were infants and like smother them in the middle of the night.
No, they had bassinets.
Oh, okay, all right.
In the room.
You have one of those co-sleeper deals? Those are sometimes dangerous as well.
Yeah, no, they had the snoo. Well, Daviana had the snoo. So anyways, I actually said to Doug, I was like, I wonder how parents who don't have their, 2-year-olds or little kids sleep with them, deal with them in the middle of the night when they're sick, because she would get a fever from her earache, and she's 102 fever, and I got to get up and take care of her. Like, you don't even know
what's
happening.
102 fever?
Yeah.
Well, maybe she's got COVID.
No, she doesn't.
Or RSV.
She's fine. She's fine. That's what happens when you get an ear infection. In any case, I'm glad she was in bed with me, because if she's not feeling good, I want her to know Mama's there. I'm going to give you what you need. But anyway, she woke up. And so I never like to look at my phone. That's my rule, that if I look at my phone, it's going to make me go, oh, great, it's 2:30. Okay, that means I'm only going to get X amount more hours of sleep. And I don't want to play those games. So I never look.
You don't want to look at the time? You don't want to play the games with the clock? What is the clock taunting you? What is the clock? What is the clock trying to get the best of you?
Yes.
So the clock is needling you? I don't want to check my phone.
Never. I never, ever look at my phone if I wake up. And tonight or last night, I just happened to be like, you know what? I'm curious. What time is it? And I pick it up. 1% left on my phone because it was in the cradle charger.
Yeah, those don't work.
So it was not situated. It was not properly docked.
No.
So your phone was not charging.
No.
And you were down to 1%.
1%.
And your phone being improperly docked and not charging could have gone dead.
Yes. And
that's how you wake up, is from your phone alarm?
I wake up from my phone alarm.
Wow.
Doug sets a backup that's like 10 minutes later.
Oh.
And so then he said, do you want me, when I woke up, he said, do you want me to set the alarm? So he hadn't even set his backup.
Wow.
So he hadn't set his backup.
You could have been late or totally slept through the show.
Yep. And I would have.
You make it sound like that would have been an awful thing for you.
But you broke your rule. You broke your rule and checked the time and then realized you're only at 1%?
Yep, that happens with those cradles. You got to be careful.
Yeah, see, I don't rock the cradle at my house.
No, you just straight plug.
I straight plug it. Yep, I'm plugging it. And I've had on my charger, because I use a Pixel, I've got the Pixel 6 Pro, and with the Pixel chargers, you got the Type-C USB that charges that goes into the block. I mean, I guess the iPhone is the same thing. So you got two Type-Cs and one plugs into the block. I've had my Type-C plugged into the bottom of my phone, but the Type-C at the block has come undone. So you're just plugging in a wire that's plugged into nothing. So I've done that where you think your phone, but then after that, then I've always made sure that when you plug in the phone, you feel the little vibration or the little ding, or you see the lightning bolt come into the little battery thing on your phone to make sure that you're actually charging. So, ladies and gentlemen, phone charging tips here on the MJ Morning Show.
I liked it.
Yeah, on Q105. Spread the word. We've got phone charging tips here. That's what we do. All right, a big chunk of early morons in the news next. Good pile today. So if you want to feel better about yourself, you're saying, how the hell is that? Because we've got such idiots. We got such morons that we talk about when we do the morons of the news that it has to make you feel better. If you're a little down and out, little blue, this will make you feel better because you're nowhere close to these morons that we talk about. So that's coming up next. Don't move on the MJ Morning Show. What's your plan B? Morons in the news. Not Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Morons in the news. Yeah. 6:40 at the MJ Morning Show. Man, this is a good pile today. But, every day this is good stuff, but, man, this is just extra special today. All right. You ever play like a family game? You got, sometimes, Thanksgiving time, if you got family together, Christmas, Thanksgiving. And
like board games?
Sometimes you'll have game night, and I know that it happens a little more when the whole family's together and maybe it's a holiday. But you ever have a fight over a board game?
Always.
Really? So
I'm not going to name the family member.
Hold on a minute.
why
Who listens to the show?
Hold on. What games are you playing with Dig Dug, your fiance, and your 5 and 2.5-year-old? What games are you playing at your house where you guys are having fights?
This is before we had kids, but I was playing, I think it was Apples to Apples with family, including Doug.
Right.
And
this is a Roxanne and Dig Dug story?
Yes. It's like
and Doug. Okay, what happened?
Board games.
And when we first started dating, and the person who did this is probably listening right now, so I'm sorry, I'm not going to mention your name. But this person had a temper tantrum when they lost Apples to Apples.
So it's Dig Dug.
No,
it's your sister.
Hold on a minute.
It's Roxanne's sister. Roxanne's sister listens all the time. It's Angela.
So you were playing with your sister's name is Angela?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great sense of direction.
So you're playing this game with Dig Dug, and who else was in this? It was you, Dig Dug, and your sister. And was there anyone else?
Was her nine-toed fiance at the time there playing as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, and you guys are wrong. My sister wasn't there. It's other family. So
Who the hell was it? Why these silly secrets?
Because the person is listening to the show right now.
So what? Why the caginess? Just blurt
it was a relative of Doug's.
Fine. Who? Doug's mother.
No.
Doug's grandmother.
Yes. Okay. But anyways,
Doug's aunt.
This
what
is
happened?
the first time I met this person, and
what happened?
And she went nutso.
She lost the game and she went nuts. All right, who the hell was it? I mean, just
was it really Doug's grandmother? Was his grandmother like, Doug, you bring this hussy home?
Fester, shh. Who was it?
It was his cousin sister.
His cousin's.
Come on! Don't even tell the story.
It was his sister.
I mean, what is your issue?
Because I don't want to say it.
Just say stuff.
Let's make an average story worse, but not giving any great details about it.
So Doug's sister flips out, has a conniption?
Yes.
How old was she?
20-something. 30-something.
Jeez, here we go with your age.
No, I think she was in her 30s. I'm trying to remember. I think she was in her 30s.
Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up, the reason why I'm bringing up a fight over a board game is a Monopoly player in a family game was arrested for shooting a member of the family during a game of Monopoly.
Well, that's why you don't have firearms near you when you play.
Are you kidding me? That is... So Monopoly in Oklahoma, I guess, can get downright dangerous. John Armstrong was drinking with family members and playing Monopoly last weekend in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they started fighting while they're playing Monopoly. He starts fighting with his stepfather. And they then, I guess, knocked over the board, overturned the furniture. Have you ever had like a table flip over a board game or a card game?
Roxanne has, but she won't tell you who.
Oh, yeah. You have a board game and somebody gets... I had a cousin that did this once, and I guess we were, early teens or maybe just pre-teen, and I think we were playing... I think it was Risk. And
I remember that
Remember
game.
Risk?
Oh, God.
And it was just an argument, and then it was like... My cousin got so pissed off. We were playing on a table... got underneath the table with both hands and flipped the damn table. And the board game went flying. All the pieces, the game was ruined.
I feel that. That's how you get when you're playing these games. It's competitive, and it just feels icky to lose, especially to family members.
I just don't play them.
But shooting somebody...
Well, if you're going to shoot somebody, the board game is Monopoly because that's where you think you're like a land baron.
So Monopoly, drinking, an argument, overturned board, overturned furniture. The brawl then goes outside. Then this John Armstrong pulls out a gun, chases his stepfather and stepsister down the street. Armstrong admitted firing the gun as he's running. He says, "Oh, I fired at the ground." He was arrested at the scene. Cops did not find the weapon. They believe he ditched it in the house before surrendering. It was not immediately clear why they started brawling, but apparently it was over Monopoly. And the police were very funny in Tulsa, Oklahoma, because they
There's
said
only
that
one joke.
Armstrong did not pass go. He did not collect $200.
Yep.
He went directly to jail
I'm sure.
on a $250,000 bond.
Isn't Monopoly's too much of an investment? It's too long.
It's
I don't
a
have
lo-
7 hours to invest
It's a long game, yeah.
with my family.
I'm trying to think what the longest Monopoly game I've ever had was.
Risk is a long one. Risk is like a week.
Yeah, Risk
playing.
can go very, very long.
You
No
know
doubt
what?
about it.
Clue can go long too.
Clue.
Give me like
Clue
a
is my favorite.
Candyland or a Chutes and Ladders or something.
Or identify the person. Does that guy have a mustache? What's the name of that game?
I don't know what the hell is going on in Oklahoma. So story number one in Morons is a shooting over a family argument at Monopoly. Then we have another story out of Oklahoma. I guess he's in the right business for the aftermath. An Oklahoma hearse driver has been charged with first-degree murder over a road rage shooting. What kind of a hearse driver gets into a road rage situation and then kills somebody?
How do you not stop to pick up the evidence? When you have a hearse.
Oklahoma City, an arrest of a 25-year-old hearse driver. Also, isn't that too young to drive a
Yeah.
hearse? Haven't you noticed that most hearse drivers
You're gonna be old
are
creepy man.
yeah, exactly.
With
Most of the hearse drivers are really just minutes away from getting a ride in the back themselves.
I'm next.
Like the tall man from Phantasm.
Yeah.
More.
So a 25-year-old hearse driver has been arrested, faces a charge of first-degree murder. Looks like a road rage incident. Casey Caleb McConville was arrested on Friday after deputies responded to a shooting on this road in Oklahoma City. When officers arrived at the scene, there was one man suffering from a gunshot wound after the hearse driver, the 25-year-old McConville, shot him. Who's laughing?
I think it's hysterical.
What?
I think it's the fact that the hearse driver gets into this at all.
That's all you got?
Yeah, it's,
All right.
it's just a chuckle.
All right.
I picture a hearse driver
It's-
as not only old, but
Right.
like wearing a bowler hat. Isn't that what you picture?
A bowler hat?
Yeah, like a Charlie Chaplin. Like
What is a-
I can't picture
a-
this
what
25-year-old
is a-
hearse driver.
what
Is
is
that what Lurch wore?
What is a bowler hat?
Google bowler hat, and then
Yeah,
that's
what is
that.
that?
I need to see a picture of a bowler
Yeah,
hat.
there's the hearse driver in that hat.
A bowler hat, like that round,
Yeah.
brimmed.
Oh, like a Laurel and Hardy hat. That
Yeah.
thing. Oh, yeah. I can't think of a modern reference
I can't.
of who the
That
hell
hat sucks.
But it seems like that's what a hearse driver would wear.
Anyway, the victim was transported to the hospital and he died. During surgery, the police said the shooting stemmed from a road rage incident involving a red pickup truck and a black hearse adorned with a Christmas wreath.
Aw.
'Tis the season.
What the hell? Man, that's insane. When officers arrived, they found the red pickup parked in the middle of the intersection with a male victim lying next to the pickup, had one single gunshot wound, and the guy died. And I mean, this is insane. After an interview, police arrested McConville on a charge of first-degree murder, and he was booked into an Oklahoma City jail. I mean, you're driving a hearse for a funeral home, and you're carrying a gun, and you shoot somebody in a road rage incident?
All right, what else was he carrying? Was he carrying, grandma?
Yeah, did he have any was he hauling anything?
Yeah, I mean, was he carrying a load? If you know what I mean?
Load.
Was there a body in the back? I don't know, but that's nutty. All right, here's what time is it? 6:40. Rolling up on 6:50. I don't want to get too late here, but I've got two more. I've got a bleach story you got to hear. So a Morons in the News bleach story, and then if you're a clerk at a gas station, and it's a gas station convenience store, what happens if a customer drops a particular item on the floor from one of the shelves in the convenience store? All right, so bleach and clerk at a convenience store. You got to hear these two. So two more early morons. We'll get to them next, and then we shall move on here on the MJ Morning Show. You don't want to miss these two in minutes here on the MJ broadcast. Hey, Zero Red. 6:59, rolling up on 7 o'clock. It'll be 7 o'clock in mere seconds. MJ with Roxanne and Fester and Froggy. Question for you. You are a gas station attendant. You're a gas station clerk at a convenience store, gas station. And, you know, these days, there are not many just standalone gas stations. You know, these days, you know, you have mostly convenience stores with your multiple aisles of, snacks and crap and the beer cave and all that stuff and the wall of, Slurpee machines. And,
usually it's a big franchise or a big multiple locations.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you're a clerk at a gas station / convenience store. A customer broke a jar of salsa. What do you do?
All right, when you say broke, you mean shattered it?
Yeah. So
clean it up, obviously.
A customer drops and breaks a jar of salsa. What do you do? What do you do?
I mean, Froggy's right. I mean, I guess you'd clean it up, right?
Maybe
you'd have to clean it
Maybe
up.
you get the little, like the wet floor sign. You know, you got the yellow mop and bucket device that you see, right?
Right, yeah, the mop bucket. The mop bucket that has like the squeezer up top where it gets all the water out.
Well, let me put it this way. This is a Texas story, and this could probably also be a Florida story as well, but a Texas gas station clerk has been arrested after a customer broke a jar of salsa. The clerk shot at the customer.
You know, they don't say don't mess with Texas for no reason at all.
Oh, my God. Brianna Miranda, 22 years old. Not a bad-looking young woman. 22 years old.
She's a cute girl, but life's getting off to a tough start. Shooting people over dropped salsa.
I'd say. Was there something more important than the show, Roxanne? You're just walking in 3 minutes after we've come back from the break.
Nature called.
Oh, okay. All right.
Tell her I said hello.
I thought, so I guess there was something more important than the show.
Absolutely.
Send our regards.
All right. So, Brianna Miranda. I wonder if she was given her Miranda rights. Her last name is Miranda. So, as you know, your Miranda rights are, stemming from the Supreme Court case, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah, but this lady didn't have the right
You
to
have the
drop
right
salsa.
to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed for you.
I remember my Miranda rights when I was interrogated by police several times in high school.
Yeah. Was that when you shot out the windows of a Winn-Dixie, or what was it?
It was a cash and carry.
I'm sorry, cash and carry.
We shot out the
a
windows.
lot of the old cash and carry locations became Sweet Bay, and then now a lot of those are Winn-Dixies, right?
I don't even know what it's the one in St. Pete Beach. We shot it up.
With BB guns.
With BB guns. With BB guns.
Not act like you had real.
Okay,
guns.
it wasn't
Not
real.
like you guys were cruising with Mac 10s.
No.
Yeah.
How old were you?
High school age, 16, 17.
Enough to know better.
What a punk.
Oh,
Shooting at cash and carry windows with BB guns. And you guys cracked glass. You broke glass, right?
The pain dropped.
Oh, my God.
How'd you get caught? Cameras?
Well, because he's 350 pounds trying to run from the scene.
No, we were in Mike Shoro's mother's Chevy Corsica.
You were in. Oh, that was a smoking hot vehicle. Nothing like the Chevy Corsica.
Yeah,
It's a good getaway ride.
me, Mike, and Frank. I think Frank was the
Who was the wheelman?
wheelman was Mike. Triggerman was Frank. I was
You're the
just a-
lookout.
What did you do? You were just eating snacks.
Okay, so I was behind. I was in the back seat. Frank was in the passenger seat, and Frank and Mike pulled across the front of the cash and carry, and Frank popped the window, and we all got busted for it.
What a dumb thing to
How
do.
did you get busted?
Because they got our license plates. A witness got our license
because
plate.
the Chevy Corsica is not the best getaway vehicle.
Well, in St. Pete,
Underpowered.
in St. Pete Beach,
Yeah.
on one street is the cash and carry,
Yeah.
and then directly behind it was the police station. So we swung.
Oh, so you guys decided to shoot out the window of a cash and carry
Right.
with a BB gun right next to the police station?
we had no idea.
You guys are brilliant.
And then they got the plate and realized that Mike's mother owned the Corsica. Well, obviously, probably wasn't her, but it could have been her 16-year-old son.
Oh, jeez.
And they pulled us out of class.
Oh, that's never fun.
And they Mirandized us.
Really?
Individually.
Oh, wow. You've got the right to remain silent?
You're just being detained.
First person they interview is Mike. He doesn't say a word. Second person they interview, Frank.
Yeah.
Seems like a bird.
Frank doesn't say a word.
Uh-oh.
Then they get Mouth of the South in there.
Oh,
dude,
so
You sang?
You rolled
You
over.
rat.
You ratted on everyone.
I told them.
You
I
cheese
told
eater.
so many details that
They pull Fester out of class. He's got chocolate all over his face. His fingers are all orange with Cheetos dust.
It was Mike and Frank, I swear. Well, they pulled me. I gave so many details to the St. Pete Beach detectives that our school
And
resource officer.
isn't that police agency defunct now?
I think so.
Did they close that down and the sheriff's
Now
office
it's the
took over,
sheriff's
right?
office.
Yeah.
St. Pete Beach Police is at the school. I gave him so many details that our school resource officer is behind them, kind of giving me the cut it out, like the stop talking
Yeah.
sign.
Fester gave them so many details. He got the Crime Stoppers reward.
The only Sicilian in the group.
Wait, so the resource officer was trying to coach you to stop talking?
Yeah, he's like, shut up.
Wait,
He'd give me like the neck cut.
Really?
God,
Fester.
So, and I'm like, and it was all Mike's idea.
Did the,
And we had a big nuts.
did the resource officer know you? I mean,
Well, he was at our school, so he knows us pretty well.
So you had like sort of a friendship, a relationship?
Yes.
So he was coaching you he was giving you like the hand across the throat. Stop.
Yeah, like the little Pac-Man hand
Oh.
where it's like, shit. He couldn't say anything because I'm talking to the other
And
officers.
did the interrogating detective, did they see the resource officer trying to get you to clam up?
The resource officer was behind
Him,
him,
giving you the...
Yeah, he was like, stop it now.
And eventually, I'm sure that your friends, they realized that you ratted them out, right? And
Well, I just thought it was good police work. Yeah, I was like, well, I don't know how they got us, guys.
dude, you're a dope. I mean, listen, first of all, you don't shoot out windows with a BB gun of a store. That's dumb move number one.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
All right,
movie.
And then-
you gotta remember, this is like back when like Boys in the Hood came out. We all thought we were everybody thought they were little gangsters rolling
We're
around.
cruising the mean streets of St. Pete Beach.
I mean,
Cruising down the streets in my six.
Straight out of St. Pete Beach.
yeah, I'll tell you,
Straight out of St. Pete.
listen, we weren't that badass. You'd never find us a block south of Central. But,
Let me get back to Brianna Miranda.
all right, and her Miranda rights.
And her Miranda rights, 22 years old, taken into custody by the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office. They responded to a 911 disturbance call at her workplace. After arriving, officers learned that Miranda told a male customer to leave the store. They argued, at which point the man broke a jar of salsa before storming outside. Miranda allegedly followed the man outside, retrieved a handgun from her car, and fired at the guy twice.
Jeez.
Now, in the story I have, it does not have the name of the convenience store. Do you see that anywhere? What?
No, I'm on a different. I don't know if I have the same publication that you have, Constable.
Yeah, see if you can find. It didn't say whether it was like a one-off mom and pop convenience store, whether it was. You probably need to just go to a whole different story.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe get a local story, because mine was a national write-up on this thing. I meant to try to see if the store was named. I'm guessing, unless her family owns the place, she's probably not going to be employed at this place much longer, right? Yeah, I don't know whether it was a Circle K, a 7-Eleven, a Buc-ee's.
It probably would have been named if it was I don't think anybody's getting shot at a Buc-ee's.
That's just nuts. All right, you ready for the bleach story here?
Please.
A guy was found guilty by a jury here in Florida, down in Miami-Dade, and the defendant, after being declared guilty by the jury, the guy drinks a cup of bleach right in the middle of the courtroom.
Oh, yeah. There's people who've died. I saw a video of a guy who took like a pill.
My God, like a cyanide
Yeah,
pill, and they start
cyanide
foaming
pill.
up and start
They're
convulsing.
like, screw this. If I'm going down, I'm going down now.
Listen to this guy in Miami-Dade. He's in the courtroom waiting to hear the verdict. Armed robbery suspect. Charges against him were armed robbery. He's waiting for the verdict. and then his family said he drank a cup of bleach. Jermaine Bell was just found guilty by the jury of armed robbery. He'd been in custody for more than 3 years fighting the charges. And after he was pronounced guilty by the jury, he has a cup of bleach and drinks the cup. And the family's like, where the hell did he get a cup of bleach?
Right?
Yeah, what do you? How do you have a cup of something like in your pants?
So he became so sick that he was taken out of the courtroom on a stretcher. They rushed him to the hospital. This guy survived. Jermaine Bell. I'm just trying to famous Jermaines. You got Jermaine Jackson.
Jermaine Dupree?
Jermaine Stewart. Who is Jermaine Stewart? Who's Jermaine Dupree?
He's a music producer.
Yeah, he's a music producer.
Yeah, didn't he do some? Wasn't he married to one of the Jackson?
But hold on,
Yeah, wasn't that Janet Jackson's husband or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Who's? I mean,
He's a rapper.
not a lot of Jermaines. Jermaine Jackson, whoever Fester just said, Jermaine Stewart. You know who Jermaine Stewart is?
If you don't know who Jermaine Dupree is, I certainly don't know who Jermaine
Stewart is. Oh, come on.
No,
you would know Jermaine Stewart before you would know Jermaine Dupree.
No.
Hold on, Roxanne, you don't know who Jermaine Stewart is?
No, but I definitely know Jermaine Dupree.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Come on.
I know this song.
Yeah, what song is it?
We don't have
to take our clothes off?
Yes, this was Roxanne's high school anthem.
Oh, yes, it was.
Doesn't the song have a little bit of a... Hold on, go back to the intro. Doesn't that song have one of those... Remember like in the mid-'80s, so that sound got really popular, like Whitney Houston, How Will I Know, right? And Aretha Franklin, Who's Zooming Who? Don't we get a little... There it is. That's the... That was a very popular mid-'80s sound, so this is Jermaine Stewart. We don't have to take our clothes off. I think he died of AIDS.
Just because he's named Jermaine?
Exactly.
Not a word from your lips.
Yeah, this is him, Jermaine Stewart. He's not with us any longer.
He's a male?
Yeah, he's deceased.
A quick hit.
Oh, great. Fester's on Wikipedia with 3,000 different Jermaines.
Well, how about pertinent to our Tampa Bay area, Jermaine Phillips? He played for the Tampa Bay Bucks Super Bowl team.
Not aware of him.
I never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
Defensive back.
All right, Jermaine Phillips is on the list of the 500 most famous Jermaines.
So Jermaine Jackson's the most famous one, obviously.
All right, this is crazy. So the guy drinks bleach. Family doesn't know where the hell he got the bleach. The guy survived. Bell's family wants answers on how the hell he got bleach.
He should have done the Fabuloso and said it was grape juice. That probably would have taken him out.
Man, that takes some cojones to drink a cup of bleach.
Or he's a little...
I've heard people say, like, if they're angry at somebody, why don't you go drink a cup of bleach? But it's more hyperbole.
Yeah, I mean, whoever said, well, unless they had the Clorox handy, have a cup of this.
Man, that's commitment, man, if you're going to drink a cup of bleach.
What happened to the good old days of just hanging yourself in your cell?
Fester.
I think we ought to bring that mid-'80s sound. That was Jeffrey Epstein. He brought that back.
Well, he didn't hang himself.
Yes, he did. Jeffrey.
He wasn't choked in bed?
Did he?
No, Jeffrey Epstein hanged himself.
Did he?
Tied a bed. Yes, he did. Tied a bed sheet around. He did. He hanged himself. All right, Froggy.
Yes.
Do you have the photographic evidence? Because, folks, do you know what happened at Froggy's house? I don't think you guys know. Fester, you don't know. Roxanne, you don't know. Have you? Am I the only one that knows what happened?
Yes.
All right, this is crazy. Froggy, Kim, and the kids, they had an incident at their house, and there is photographic. Are you sure that's the one? Or is it could have been a friend?
I hope it's the one.
All right. You man.
Jesus.
Happy Thanksgiving. Now, this happened over Thanksgiving. Why are you just telling me about this now?
Well, we just had the whole situation finally handled. Our bathroom is finally closed up.
All right.
So I figured it's time to talk about it.
Wait till you hear what happened at Froggy's house. That and the amazing win with the U.S. soccer team over in Qatar. yesterday. We got our long chunk of the MJ Morning Show starts next. An hour and 20 minutes nonstop, and we've got a lot we got to get into. A famous creepy house is for sale. We ought to buy it. All right, Fester, also, I'm sick and tired of the broken air conditioning.
What am I going to do about it?
I've got an action plan. I have an action plan. I don't know if I should reveal it, but I've got an action plan. All right, hold on, folks. We're back in minutes. Don't move. You want to hear the next long segment here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If you're making them... is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ and the crew at 7:22. And Froggy, I think I promoted your little story at 7:30. So hang on. I'm gonna hold off for like 7 or 8 minutes here, right? Because I think in my promo I said, yeah, you're not gonna believe what happened to Froggy's house. 7:30 tomorrow morning, and of course now it's tomorrow morning. It's today. So, folks, hold on just for a couple of minutes here because we ran a promo all day that, hey, 7:30, I'll tell you about Froggy's incident at
We
the
don't want to be
house.
liars.
Well, no. Listen, I don't want people to be disappointed.
Yes.
So I apologize. Listen, we're going to entertain you for the next 7 minutes with other crap.
Well, 6.5 now.
All right, 6.5 minutes. We'll entertain you, ladies and gentlemen. But Froggy's incident at the house at 7:30. Because I don't want to tick people off and do the story like 7 minutes too early is what I'm saying here. All right. In the meantime, if you lose control of your car or if you have a medical episode, whatever the story is, what is the worst possible place that you can run your vehicle through? All right, I'll narrow it down. It is a store. It's a particular type of store. You lose control of your vehicle, whatever the story is. Let's say you're cut off in traffic. You have a medical episode, as I suggested. What is the worst possible type of store that you could drive through? I mean, ram through the whole damn store. Your vehicle is fully inside. What is the worst type of store that this could occur in? All right. I see hands are going up. Let's go to Roxanne first. Roxanne, what is the worst possible type of store that you could run your vehicle through?
A store that sells fish aquariums.
You know what? That is a great guess.
Like more than just a pet shop,
that's-
like an aquarium
Specifically.
store.
It's not what I'm looking for. That's not the correct answer. I can't give you the ding. I got to give you the but that's a hell of a good guess.
Because my grandma did that. She did.
Wait
It
a
was
second.
my, yeah.
Wait a minute. Your
Nana.
Your Nana?
Yeah, she never drove after that.
Oh, my God.
And that was like when she was in her 30s, or it was like when she was in her 40s. It wasn't when she was like, 80 or something.
Hit the gas instead of the brake. Another old fart makes a big mistake.
Wait a minute.
Young fart.
Did your grandmother, was it a hit the gas instead of the brake issue?
She was never a good driver. She just was afraid to drive all the time. She wasn't a good driver, and that's why, because she was at my
And
my
how old?
grandpa's.
How old did you say?
She was in her 40s then, and she
What the hell?
yeah, she was at my grandpa's fish store. You know, he had aquariums and fish.
It
was his store.
It was their store.
It was her husband's fish
Yes.
store?
Yes, I think
She drove through the
Thanks
store.
a lot, honey.
so. She never drove after that.
Where was this?
In I want to say like Ruskin or somewhere.
Yes,
Apollo Beach,
Yeah,
Ruskin?
I'm a little fuzzy on these details, but it was my grandma, my Nana, ran her car through, and
I
all
didn't
the
know
fish
that
tanks.
Ruskin was a hot spot for aquarium stores back in when? Was this the 80s, the
I-
90s? When was it?
I got to find out the exact details, but
Oh, my
that's
God.
the story. She ran her car through
And then
a fish
she
shop.
never drove again?
Nope, never. We always were like, Nana, how come you don't drive? And then my mom told me.
Because she drove her car in her 40s
Yeah.
through her husband's fish and
Yep.
aquarium store?
And she was afraid to after that.
And did she wreck the whole place?
Yeah.
Well, it's only their livelihood.
Like fish everywhere?
Yes.
honey, you've ruined us.
All flopping on the floor like in the end of the Faith No More video?
Yeah, exactly.
Grab all the clownfish.
You want it all, but you can't have it.
Singing streak continues. 7 shows in a row.
Thank you. Well, listen, it's the end of that video, Faith No More. That was a great song. Hey, Andrew, give me some Faith No More, would you please? Give me some Faith No More. So at the end of that video, remember, Peter got all pissed off. Oh, my God, Peter would be picketing your grandmother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Peter was, remember,
Fish died.
Peter back in like 1990, Peter was all pissed off at Faith No More. Yeah. This song here, because the end of the video, the little piano at the end, the fish was flopping on the stage. Right here at the very end.
It's like, what am I doing? I can't breathe.
Put me back in the tank. Oh, my God.
I mean, it's a good song, but I can't
Oh,
breathe.
no. What happened? Oh, Roxanne's grandma. Oh, my. Smashes right through the aquarium store. That's why I'm flopping on the stage. All due to Roxanne's grandma. Yeah, right here. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Water. What a great song. Hey, go back to the middle of the song. Give me the hook. Yeah, what a great song. Whatever happened to Faith No More? But you can't have it. Remember, they kind of mixed the rap and the rock. It's in your face, but you can't grab it. What a great song. All right, so is your grandma still with us? Can we call her up?
No, it's been years. I mean, my grandma was born, we breed late in my family, and she had my mom when she was in her 40s.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so she was born in like 1902.
That's a
or
thing.
something.
You quote unquote breed late in your family?
We're late breeders.
What, you guys are pushing the uterus to the limits? What's going on over there?
Walking that fine line.
We shall push the uterus to the outer limits of its reproductive capabilities.
Yes.
Now, I know that there are not many words that rhyme with aquarium, but could we do a little bit of a custom jingle? Because, typically...
Hit the gas instead of the brake. Another old fart makes a big mistake.
I got one.
Now, but Roxanne's grandma was in her 40s. Was this before or after she delivered your mother?
That's what I'm texting my sister right now. My mom's on vacation, so I'm not going to bug her. She's sleeping in. I'm trying to get the details. But just if you need to incorporate this into the jingle, my grandfather, instead of calling him Grandpa or Papa or anything, we called him Foxy because we were like, how are we going to know?
Why did you call him Fishy if he owned an aquarium
He
store?
didn't own a fox store.
Call him Fishy.
Call him Flounder. Anything.
So, Froggy, do you have a little jingle? You have a custom?
Yeah, I got one.
All right, we've got the instrumental version of Old Fart Made a Big Mistake. All right, here we go.
Roxanne's grandma crashed through an aquarium, went crazy, and ended up in a sanitarium.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
It was
that's
tough
good.
to squeeze it all
Yeah.
in, and it was tough to find a rhyme.
No, that fit. No, that
That
fit
works.
perfectly. That was fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Sanitarium aquarium.
I mean, did she go crazy? You got to be crazy not to drive ever again in your 40s.
I think that could be the only word that rhymes with aquarium.
I see Fester thinking.
I mean, it's so hard. I don't even want to.
Do you have one, Fester?
I mean, no, because they're so offensive.
Her name wasn't Marianne, was it?
No, Jesse.
Jesse doesn't help me either.
Aquarium.
I might have one.
Oh God, might.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Oh boy.
Roxanne's grandma, she hit the fish. The next sound you hear is gonna go squish.
That's good. I like that. Oh, with the sound effect.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That's not fair. I didn't have sound effects.
I've got sound effects.
All right.
Fester, do you have one?
Hold on. I'm still thinking it through. Hold on.
Come on, man.
I'm ready.
Use Nana.
we're at
Do
seven-
Nana,
we're-
because Grandma
we're at
doesn't sound right to me.
Here we go.
We're at 7:30. We got to do Froggy's story.
Here it is.
3, 2, 1, and...
Roxanne's grandmother hit the fish in the glass. She ended up with a beta fish in her ass.
A pane of fish?
I think he said beta.
Beta fish in her ass.
That didn't happen.
Beta fish in
No,
her.
that didn't
I might
happen.
have chuckled.
Ended up with a beta fish in her ass.
I mean,
Makes
glass ass, right? I mean,
Yeah.
aquarium, sanitarium, got a standing applause.
Okay, go. I got one more.
All right, one more. Here we go.
The old lady crashed through the aquarium. Now she is a vegetarian.
A vegetarian.
Damn it. Right.
I mean, she's dead. I mean, if you would have said crematorium, that probably would have.
Crematorium.
I mean, rest in peace, Grandma.
Oh, rest in peace,
I mean,
Grandma.
Was she buried or was she cremated? Do you know?
Was she Bulgarian?
I don't.
You don't even know?
No, this is a long time ago. I told
Well,
you
where-
she was
where-
born in 1902.
Where is she?
Was she a libertarian?
Where's she? Hold on. Not a Democrat or a Republican. She hit the aquarium. She's a libertarian.
It was all right.
Could have thought about that for a second longer. All right. So, what are we talking about? What are we even talking about?
We're talking about Roxanne's grandma.
How do we get talking about
Because
that?
what is the worst place to crash through?
Yeah, I haven't even gotten to that yet.
No, we're going to skip that because it's 7:30.
No, hold on a sec. So Froggy's story is going to be a few minutes late because I got to finish up the worst place to crash into. That's what we were talking about. Hey, sometimes we get off on some, listen, I'm personally entertained. I don't know about you folks, but I asked the question a few minutes ago, what is the worst place that you can crash your car into? And that's what Roxanne said, an aquarium store, which her grandfather used to own, and her grandmother wrecked the whole store.
By itself, that was a good answer. Then she says, I know because my grandmother did it. And then here we go.
Festa, do you have a guess?
I mean, a store that sells knives. I have no idea.
No. All right, Froggy, come on. You guys don't know what happened?
Fireworks store.
Yeah, that's the best answer.
I didn't even hit the music yet.
Froggy.
Now, have you seen the story?
No, I'm just imagining.
That is correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ow.
A guy drove through a phantom fireworks store over in Melbourne, and the whole store was destroyed. And
Did stuff go up?
What?
Did stuff go off?
Dude, the store is a burned out. Dude, the guy's dead.
Oh.
So the driver's deceased.
Thanks a lot.
The store is a burnt out shell. The phantom fireworks in Melbourne is a complete, total loss. It is unbelievable. New details, according to Wesh. This is Wesh TV, NBC over in Orlando. You got to hear the audio because then people were like at gas stations across the street, and can you imagine you're pumping your gas? You're probably, I got to get the hell out of here. I don't want fireworks to come shooting off at the gas pumps over here. New details have been released in the dramatic fire at a fireworks store in West Melbourne. It was sparked by a car accident, killing one driver as fireworks exploded and smoke filled the sky. The area was full of firefighters, equipment trying to put out the massive blaze. Florida Highway Patrol is leading the investigation into the crash led to the destruction of the store. Two-car crash happened as rush hour was gearing up in the busy intersection of West New Haven Avenue and John Rhodes Boulevard, just off I-95. The crash resulted in a Dodge Durango SUV running straight through the front of the Phantom Fireworks store, which then completely caught on fire. Well, of course, it's a store filled with fireworks.
Yeah, that's the way that goes.
Oh, my
So I have a
God.
question. If the car those stores are just big boxes of fireworks. Did the car catch on fire?
Well, something must have caused
What caught on fire?
The very hot car. One fuse lights off. One little firecracker lights off. It sets off everything.
Yeah, but what's going to set off that one little firecracker?
He flicked his cigarette out the window as he got out of the car.
All right, here is the audio. So people with cell phone cameras, they caught the video of the store just igniting and the fireworks going up. You got to hear this.
Oh my gosh, this car just freaking drove into the fireworks place. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Is this?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the whole store goes up.
You're right. It was like one little firework.
Yeah, you ought to see the plume of smoke. Here's another clip.
I just tried calling 911 and it didn't answer. They didn't answer. There's other people on the phone. This car just showed into phantom fireworks. And oh my gosh, everyone in there. Everyone in that freaking store.
I mean, can you...
Is everybody else okay?
Yeah, so there were two employees in the store. They were able to run out a back exit. So the two employees inside... I mean,
nobody tried to help the guy?
Now, first of all, this happened on Monday. Late November.
They're gearing up for their busy season. New Year's Eve is a month away.
All right. I mean, are fireworks sales that big, at the end of November?
I'm glad you asked.
Oh, thank you, Festa.
I have intimate knowledge of the firework industry.
Yeah.
And they spend 6 months of their year gearing up for the 4th of July, and the other 6 months of their year
for New Year's Eve.
Eve. They get paid on essentially 2 weeks out of the year.
But can you believe the noise?
I just tried calling 911 and it didn't answer. They didn't answer. There's other people on the phone. This car just showed into phantom fireworks. And oh my gosh, everyone in there. Everyone in that freaking store.
I mean, a Dodge Durango in a car crash at an intersection at a traffic light. Someone must have run the light. The Dodge Durango drives right through the parking lot. That's like the worst possible thing you can run into, a fireworks store. And then, but how did it all ignite? Did the car...
That's what I'm asking.
I mean, a 1,000-degree car. I mean, how hot's an engine of a car?
Of course, not 1,000
How hot's the
degrees.
engine of a car? How hot's the engine of a car?
Oh, my God. We would all burn it
I don't
down.
know, a couple of 100 degrees.
Okay, a couple of 100-degree engine burst through. Something's going to catch
Yeah,
fire.
but did like the car run over racks and there were fireworks underneath the car that got ignited by the catalytic converter or the exhaust? Or...
It only takes one. One thing had to go off, and then it sets off the boom, and that lights another. Those wicks, they light up pretty easily.
That is... all right, here's the third audio bite. This is firefighter video. And then you can hear the fire. A lot of the fireworks had already gone off. So that's why now you're hearing the fire. And this is a fire department camera close. But I mean, that's like a movie scene, like the worst possible thing that a car could crash into. It's a phantom fireworks store. We've got phantom fireworks in the Tampa Bay area.
We do, yeah.
We got multiple locations that I've passed by.
Wow.
That is insane. And
the plumes of smoke, that's not including the smoke bombs that went off.
Listen, I sure as hell hope that Katy Perry wasn't playing on the car stereo when this happened. That's what I'm saying.
MJ, the guy died.
I know.
Okay, so the guy died. Okay, everybody's going to die eventually. We can't make jokes about it.
53-year-old male driver was pronounced dead at the scene. FHP says we're in contact with the family, unable to provide any medical reasons or medical issues that the driver was having that might explain what happened.
Yo, if you're going to go out with a bang, that's the way.
Jeez, man, that's crazy. Anyway, the store's a total loss. I mean, guy died. The Dodge Durango, I saw the tow truck pull the car out. The car was a charred metal frame. Completely, like, melted.
I mean, it would be super hot in there with all the
Oh,
explosives.
1,000 degrees.
Yeah, 1,000 degrees. 2,700 degrees.
Right, a car engine is very hot.
The engine block melted back to its original liquid form.
1,000 degrees, but that wouldn't melt steel, would it? I don't know.
No, 1,000 degrees does not melt
So,
steel.
a very hot engine rolls up on a...
I think steel melts at like 2,200 or something. Or 2,000, or I don't know.
All right.
Hey,
we don't care. We don't need to
I was going to say, Roxanne, look up the melting point to
We
steel.
don't need to look up the melting
Anyway, that's the fireworks story. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, I'm running a little late now. 7:40. You're not going to believe what happened at Froggy's house. Froggy, what kind of vermin-filled pit are you guys living in?
It's not a vermin-filled pit at all.
Hold on, what did you say?
It's not a vermin-filled pit.
Okay, all
what
right.
did you say? You're the one. You found a rat.
All right, hold on, Froggy. You said Werner's, which is that ginger ale.
I love Werner's.
Yeah, Werner's is that very popular Michigan drink.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, I like Werner's.
Very
My
ginger.
house is not a pit.
I haven't had a Werner's in about 20 years.
It's good stuff.
So, you guys didn't know this. Froggy has vermin and rats running through his house. The family's...
Wait a minute.
What?
A rat.
Listen, if there's one, there's more. If you, go ahead and fool yourself. There's only one rat in your house. Froggy and the family are downstairs on Thanksgiving, and a rat comes down the stairs.
We were watching the Three Amigos.
And says, hello, Froggy family.
No, what happened was we're all watching. It was the night we're having a family movie night.
Yeah.
We're going to watch the Three Amigos. My kid, Max, is really a big Chevy Chase fan.
Really?
So
your 11-year-old kid is a Chevy
he
Chase
loves
fan?
everything 80s, and he's weird.
Does he like? Do you guys show him
He's a
Christmas Vacation yet?
Yeah, we watched that the night before.
Oh, really?
He likes
Good.
the music on his
Good.
station.
So yes, and we're sitting there watching it, and I see something in the corner of my eye run down the stairs, and I'm like, what? And I thought sometimes I'm like, what is that? Like just something in my eye. and then I see it run back up the stairs. Like it saw us and was like, what the hell? I'm gonna go out of here.
I'm out of here. I've already seen this movie.
Yeah, and so he comes down, which I've never. We've had one other rat. I don't know.
Wait, so you've had another rat in your? I've never had a rat in my house.
You had a rat in front of your back door a few weeks ago that you picked up with your hand.
Is it true that both of you guys live near water?
Yeah.
Is it true that there's the rats like the water?
It is true.
I picked up one of those saltwater dock rats or whatever the hell they call them.
Well, that's what they like, saltwater.
It was in my backyard because I'm right on Tampa Bay. It wasn't in my house. I don't have rats running up and down. They're not running up and down the stairs inside my house.
All right, you're one sliding glass door open for 5 minutes away from having a rat in your house.
I'll explain.
I don't have sliding glass doors. I've got a French door, okay?
And they have to get it through the moat first, and that's a pain.
All right, so Froggy, you've got a rat problem. If they're running down your stairs and going back up after they see you enjoying movie night, what are they doing while you're sleeping?
So here, can I explain what's going on?
Have you found little pellets, little turds all over your house?
That's how you know. It looks like a bunch of chocolate sprinkles all over the place.
Except for the ones that I drop everywhere.
Why don't you start checking like corners of rooms? Or I'm telling you, you probably have little rat turds all over the place.
We are getting our upstairs bathroom refinished. So it is all gutted right now. And I don't know if they leave the garage door open. The garage door opens open all day. They've been leaving my attic open all day. So I figure.
Yeah, make excuses that it's the construction.
What do you think it is? I'm a hoarder? My house is way cleaner than yours, buddy.
Your house is not cleaner than mine. I don't have rats running around my house.
I know, because they can't get through the electric lasers.
I don't know if electric
But I think
lasers.
he went into my attic. So here's the thing. I ran upstairs with a bat, and I realized I'm not going to get it with a bat. Kim started crying.
Did Kim scream?
They left.
Hold on. They left the house?
Yes. They slept at my parents' house.
They fled your house because of your vermin infestation?
My son started crying because my wife was crying.
Why didn't you call me? We got some rat traps. Have you ever used a rat trap, the old-fashioned wooden?
How do you think I got them?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Guess what? That's the picture that Froggy showed me when he told me the story. You haven't seen it yet, but Froggy has a picture. He caught one of them. There were probably dozens more in the house.
It wasn't dozens. It was just one.
He's
He's a single living rat.
There's not just one rat in your house.
Might be.
That was the scout rat looking for food to feed his family that's in your walls.
He was looking for Thanksgiving leftovers.
How did you coax him out to catch him? Did you talk in your rat voices? Like your little...
No, I got myself one of those old school rat traps.
Those really are the best.
And I put a little piece of salami on it with peanut butter.
Salami and peanut butter?
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, he liked that because he paid the price.
Yeah.
Got him right in the head.
So Kim grabbed the kids and
left.
fled the home and went, what, to her parent's house?
Yeah, my parents' house.
To your parents' house.
Hello.
She said, I'm not coming back home until it's done.
Hello,
Dad.
Kim.
Hi.
All right, folks, this is Kim, Froggy's wife. We're just talking about your vermin infestation at your house.
It's not.
It could be an infestation.
Stop. Okay, stop. I don't even want to think about that even being a possibility. In my world, there was one, and we got it. And we named him Lorenzo.
Yeah, he's dead.
You named the caught rat Lorenzo?
I wish we had been filming this entire situation because I'm crying, laughing, just listening to Froggy retell the story.
You weren't
because
crying.
it was like such a comedy situation. I mean, like if you ask Luke, he was quoting me as saying, he's like, "Mommy, you said F this, I'm out," and like jumped off the couch.
Hold on. You said, wait a minute. You said in front of the kids, you're watching a Thanksgiving movie, and you say, F this, I'm out?
Yeah, absolutely. I say Froggy handled this entire situation very poorly because I never saw it. And if he hadn't turned to me and said, "Oh my God, did you just see that?" If he had just gone upstairs and like put a trap and like not made a big deal.
Oh, you wouldn't have recognized a mouse trap in your house upstairs?
I wouldn't have gone in the bathroom because he put it in the bathroom.
Oh, I'm putting the mouse trap. I'm putting the rat trap in just in case.
Hold on, MJ.
I'm having a premonition.
This isn't a mouse trap. A mouse trap is like half the size of a playing card. A rat trap.
That's what I had.
It's like 6-8 inches long, right?
You had a rat
It's not
trap.
6-8 inches
Oh my
long.
God.
6 or 8, not 68.
My God.
And
Hey,
then you should have heard Froggy yelling at all of us, because then he's yelling, because I immediately like jumped up on the couch, huddled into like the corner of the couch, and like started getting teary-eyed. The kids started screaming and following suit. So then he's asking me, "What did you do to our boys?" He's like, "They're crying over."
So the whole family has burst into tears.
Yeah, they're-
Thanksgiving is ruined. You say "F this, I'm out of here," and you storm out like an angry wife, taking the kids never to see the abusive husband ever again.
Yeah, I felt like they were
Oh my
leaving.
God, we were refugees. Like and you should have seen Froggy's dad. He was cracking up, like laughing at me when I
They're
showed up
crying.
at his house.
They were
I mean,
crying.
It was unbelievably fun.
And they were like, "You got to stay here
All
and
right, Froggy,
kill it."
what night was this?
What night was it? Was it
Saturday night.
All right, so
Saturday.
it's, so it's Thanksgiving weekend, Saturday night, and Froggy, how long before you caught the offender in the mousetrap? And folks, we've got photographic evidence. Andrew, have you placed the photo? Is it up on our website? Is it at mjmorningshow.com?
Stories we talked about.
No, I don't want to hear anything from PETA.
All right, folks, if you go to mjmorningshow.com, go to our website, go to mjmorningshow.com, and click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Look at the top little scrolling pictures. Look for stories we mentioned. Click on it, and then you can see. Oh, look at that!
Oh, my God.
Look at the picture.
Is that the bathroom floor?
I mean,
You're getting the bathroom
That's
redone?
the redone, yes.
The body of
It's
the
the subfloor.
That's the subfloor, right?
So that's the subfloor. The body of the rat is off to the side, and the head is just totally snapped in the trap.
You sure it's not a mouse?
That's a big.
No,
that's a rat.
Is it the how do you tell the
Look
tail?
at the tail.
Look at how beefy
Oh my God.
it is.
And then that was funny as well, because I go, "Froggy," I'm like, "How big was it?" I go, because I was freaking out. I'm like, "How big was it?" And he holds like his hands like close. He's like, "It was little." He was like, "It was like this big." And then I go, "Including the tail." And then it doubled in size. And that's when I said, "F this, I'm out."
The tail's longer than him.
Froggy upstairs. I go, "Start throwing clothes to me for the kids," because I'm not.
Hold on. He's throwing clothes out the window from upstairs because you wouldn't go inside?
Down the
He
stairs.
was throwing them down the
Oh,
stairs.
I thought out the window or something into the yard.
What if the rat
And
had
then
its
he was-
nest in the clothes?
And then he was mad. Oh my gosh! And then he was mad at me because he's throwing outfits down for the kids, and I'm like, "These don't match." I'm like, "I need a black shirt for these shorts." And he's like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Hold on. You're saying F this, I'm out of here. You've got a vermin-infested house, and you're worried about the kids' clothes
It's
matching?
just insane.
Yeah, that you can tell that's a rat.
Hey, look at
it's
the
thick
size.
tail,
Hold on.
thick tail.
But look at the size of the floorboards. Look at how long this rat is in scale to the actual, what is that, like a... Is that a sick? What is? That's a large
What, plank?
floorboard. Oh, that's a
old
large.
school.
It's old. It's not plywood. It's an old school floorboard.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was built in the 60s. And
We
so
got
we are
him.
pulling out an original bathroom that had like the aqua bathtub and the aqua toilet and the aqua sink.
Oh,
and
yeah,
You got
baby.
rid of the aqua
I mean, like,
phone?
Do you
Yeah.
guys still have your burnt mustard appliances in the kitchen?
no, because we redid the kitchen last year. So
Do you remember those like green and like burnt yellow, burnt mustard
Yeah.
appliances back in the 70s?
They're nice.
We used to have the green ones, those awful, we had an awful green fridge, an awful green stove.
yeah,
so,
it was awful. We had those when we moved in. I mean, now those are gone.
so Lorenzo's
you know,
dead.
so here's the issue. I don't want people to think that we have like a dirty, disgusting house.
Yeah.
We've never had a rodent in our house. We've had one in the garage before. We live on the water. Like, if you were to film our seawall overnight, you would see things running back and forth. And I just think and I know we have other issues, but like, think when the walls came down in the bathroom, that gave them access into the house. Now, do we have other issues where they're probably getting into our attic and then getting into the house? Yes. So we need to address that. But
Hey, Kim, how many times have you been asleep in your bed and one is crawling across your feet?
Nibbling your toes.
Yeah.
I know. That's what Froggy's dad was saying. He's like, "You should call Froggy and tell him to sleep with shoes on because they like to nibble on
that's
your
a
toes."
wives'
He's
tale.
like, "But not enough to like wake you up." I mean,
Man.
it's the things nightmares are made of in my world, and that's why if you ask Luke, he said, "Mommy said F this, I'm out."
F this.
We were out.
He ought to tell that story at school. Hey, mommy said F this. I'm out. The only thing better, instead of watching, what were you watching, Froggy? What movie?
Three Amigos.
The Three Amigos.
Watching the Three Amigos.
It happened during the My Little Buttercup dance scene.
You could have been watching like Ratatouille or something. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
So I finished the movie
I am
myself.
I am going to volunteer in Luke's class today. I'm
Yeah.
actually stopping at the store to grab something, so I'm sure he will tell that story.
Oh, look this. F this. I'm out of here. Mommy's in the classroom
Yay,
today.
effing mom.
You know what? Wait, I'll tell you what. If the kids tick you off, why don't you just say F this, I'm out of here, and storm out of the classroom as well?
Hell yeah.
And if one of them just looks at me the wrong way, I'm
F
just gonna
this.
be like, you know what? F this.
You
I'm
little
out.
rat.
I'm out.
Before I go, I want to make sure everybody's ready for the White Elephant gift exchange.
That's
on
right.
Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Our morning show holiday Christmas party, the whole morning show, the MJ morning show. We're going to Meat Market on Saturday night, and in Hyde Park, Roxanne and Dig Dug, they have an interest in the restaurant. So we're having our little holiday party there, and we're doing White Elephant. We got to do White Rodent instead of White Elephant. Let's call it White Rat.
The White Rat.
White Rat. So, Kim, explain White Elephant and how you play the gift-giving exchange game.
So everybody brings a wrapped gift, and you.
Everyone brings a rat gift? Is that what you said?
Oh, gosh, she's got rat on the mind.
Present. I know. I'm like, you know what? How do you guys know we're not going to give you the rat that we killed?
That'd be fantastic.
It's under $25.
So everyone brings a wrapped present.
Correct. And so one by one, everybody will go up, grab a gift, unwrap it. The first person that goes, that's their gift. The second person goes, they grab a gift, open theirs, and if they want to steal someone else's, they can. And then it goes that whole way where everybody keeps grabbing a gift, and then they can trade their gift if they want to exchange it for something else. Fun.
All right, Kim, I'm getting blown up by text messages about how rats procreate more quickly than rabbits. And how if you have one, you have 100.
Information.
I'm just telling you.
I think that was a rogue rat that was just
It
exploding.
was not a rogue rat.
Yeah, it was a
Thank
rogue
you,
rat.
Roxanne. Thank you for being a good friend. I appreciate
I'm going
that.
to call you Ratsan from now on.
Okay, so
I'm
All
an incel
right,
rat.
I'll tell you right now.
I-
I got a text from Central Termite and Pest Control in Trinity area.
Yep, and
they said there is never just one.
Oh, what do they know?
Send them to my house.
I will.
Pay them to fix it. Send them today.
Listen,
I will give them my address.
Kim,
Send
seriously.
them to my house.
I met these folks. They're in Odessa. I met
give
them
your
a few
address.
weeks ago.
They're listening. Give your address over the air right now.
Right now, Kim.
Everybody can come over. We'll start charging a fee to come in and, check out all of our rats.
Kim, if you want, I can send them out today. I know these people pretty well.
Yeah, send them out. Send them out this afternoon.
And folks, if you have any rat tips, you can always text Fester's private cell phone at
813-310-8444.
or call us at 800-990-1047.
Or text Fest.
Yes.
Dr. Childers, our dentist friend down in Sarasota. Rats procreate very quickly, faster than rabbits.
Tell him to pull a tooth.
Kevin, some hillbilly listener, there is more than just one.
Kevin, what do you know?
I don't know what Kevin is.
All right, Kim, I got to run, but listen, can you say F this, I'm out of here?
F this, I'm out.
There we go. She's gone.
Hey, Kim just saved me from something. If
What's
we're,
that?
I want to still talk about rats. But if we're done, I got to tell you something. She just helped me out.
Go ahead.
Listen, I forgot about the white elephant. Do you know why?
Because you were drunk when you read the text over the weekend.
Well,
okay,
kind of.
Okay.
That is partially true.
Right.
But I also that is entirely true. But I was drunk when I read that text. But I had it written down in my white notebook.
Your white notebook,
Right.
which is still missing, right?
Right.
So without that, you forget everything.
Everything. And all of a sudden, she just said that, and I was like, oh.
All right, moving along. We have a lot to do in the next, 45, 50 minutes or so. A couple of Kanye, Kim Kardashian stories. First of all, did you see that I guess the divorce is final? And in the divorce settlement, which is obviously made public because it's a filed piece of litigation, so it is public record, Kanye, now known as Ye, and Kim Kardashian have reached a divorce settlement, and Kanye is going to pay Kim Kardashian $250 $200,000 a month in child support?
What?
$200,000 a month in child support.
Almost $2.5 million a year.
Hold on. They've got
she
they've-
needs that?
They've got 2 kids, right?
I don't know.
No, they have
3.
4 kids.
How many kids
I-
they have? I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
because she had a couple surrogate. Okay, so
All right.
I think they've got.
4 kids, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
you're
have
right.
4 children, ages from 3 to 9. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not all up the Kardashian butts. I really don't give a flying crap about
There's
these
a lot
folks.
of room up there.
But you're correct. Very spacious, but I was just floored. First of all, Kim Kardashian does not need any money, all right?
No.
But $200,000 a month. How do you come up with that number? How can you possibly spend $200,000 a month on your 4 kids aged 3 to 9?
Okay, how come no one's bringing up the point that didn't we just say that Kanye was broke?
Well,
Didn't we just talk about
He's
it?
like
Obviously,
half a
it's
billionaire.
not.
No, he still has a lot of money. I mean,
Okay, then why was anybody
but-
writing
but
that he's losing all his money?
hold on.
He can still
He-
pay $200,000 a child. a month.
He lost the biggest source of his income was the Adidas Ye deal.
Yes, but all the
What was it with the Yeezys?
Yeah.
The Yeezy dealies.
yes, anybody who's off the billionaire list and now is just 100 millionaire isn't broke.
Kim Kardashian and Ye have reached a settlement in the divorce, averting a trial that had been set for next month. They were going to trial, according to new court documents that came out yesterday. The former couple and their attorneys filed documents asking for a judge's approval of terms they've agreed on, including $200,000 per month in child support payments from Kanye. Formerly Kanye, now just Ye. The 2 will have joint custody and neither will pay the other spousal support. The judge declared the 2 legally single at Kardashian's request back in March, ending the 8-year marriage, but issues of property and custody remained that were going to be worked out in a trial starting on December 14th. So there's not going to be like a public trial spectacle here.
Too bad.
Oh, that would have been great.
I would have loved
But
that.
$200,000 a month? What the hell could you possibly need $200,000 a month? I know what they say that, they have to be able to, live the lifestyle that they've been accustomed to. And yeah, they're flying around on Gulfstream G650s.
Yeah.
And I get it. Well, not really. I still don't know why you need $200,000 a month for 4 kids.
Why do they need anything? I mean, aren't they both pretty financially set?
Isn't she a billionaire?
I don't know.
Or is she the only Kardashian that's not a billionaire?
Now, hold on. Now,
No, I think she's got a lot.
Well, hold on. The whole Kylie and billionaire
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
that's supposed to be all trumped up and jacked up. That's supposed to be kind of erroneous. I think the Kardashians and the fact billionaires, I think it's all overblown. It's all for show. They're total phonies. They act. The whole life is a reality show act. Now, do they have? I'm not jealous.
I'm just kidding. You're not
I'm
jealous.
not jealous at all. I'm kind of repulsed by them. And I was just amazed. $200,000 in support. All right. But wait, there's more. Then we've got the story that Kanye West said that the IRS froze his bank accounts because he owes the IRS $50 million in taxes.
What?
This is also apparently new.
Can he go to jail for that?
Well, tax evasion, certainly. Kanye West says the Internal Revenue Service has put a hold on 4 of his bank accounts because they say that Kanye owes the federal government $50 million in taxes. Apparently, he made the revelation on Monday on some podcast. Some guy named Tim Pool.
Never heard of
Tim
him.
the Toolman Taylor?
I like Tim Tool better. Yeah, he also walked out of the interview after the host pushed back about his latest anti-Semitic comments about Jewish control of the media, blah, blah, blah. And, the guy has financially destroyed himself. His $1.5 billion net worth has been reduced dramatically, according to Forbes. They were selling like $2 billion a year in the Yeezy shoes through Adidas.
Donda School is coming back, though. He found a new church
I don't know.
to hold it in.
I don't know that I care that much about the school coming back.
But hold on. But can you imagine? Now he's claiming he owes the IRS $50 million. You know, I got to be honest. Kanye West might end up like MC Hammer. Remember, MC Hammer was like destitute and bankrupt and broke.
He has way more money than Hammer, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
I realize that, but MC Hammer, he had a fortune. You know, the whole Hammer Time thing and the whole parachute pants. I think his parachute pants were auctioned off.
they were actually used as parachutes.
But MC Hammer, he went on like spending sprees. He had an entourage of 200 people.
It's not even fair to compare MC Hammer to.
I realize that.
I mean, MC Hammer had a handful of millions of dollars, and this guy has hundreds of millions.
You're right. You're 100% right. But I was just thinking, man, Kanye could go broke. He could be destitute. Isn't he sleeping on people's couches?
He was just meeting with who's that crazy guy, Milo Yiannopoulos?
Oh yeah, the conservative.
Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah, that really controversial.
Well, no, they ended up at. There's a whole story because you had Kanye and that white supremacist dude, that Nick Fuente. They ended up having dinner with Trump.
What is he doing?
I mean, crazy. And that whole story's exploded now. And then NBC News had a story yesterday that this Milo Yiannopoulos guy, whatever, I'm just calling it Annapolis, the Naval Academy in Annapolis, he claims that this was all a setup and they punked Trump to make his life miserable. So,
Kanye dines with Milo and Ray J. Did you know he went to dinner with both of them?
When was this?
This is Kim's ex.
Oh, we know who Ray J is.
Yeah.
I know Ray J, but when was it?
Ray J is the launching
The three
pad.
were part of a group of 6, but no details were provided about the other guests. I mean, this is just yesterday is when this story came out.
You follow the flow chart all the way back. We're talking about this now because of Ray J 15 years ago.
That's true.
I mean, if you want to follow the flow chart, he's the cause.
I just got a text from my housekeeper. Here's our exterminator. Froggy needs to get rid of the rat.
All right.
I'm getting all kinds of calls here. Hey, I heard a commercial. Oh, we got a lot. We got to talk about the U.S. soccer team. We got to talk about the Iranian team getting executed last night by the Ayatollah.
I can't believe
we got a lot of stuff we got to talk. All right, they didn't get executed, but could they?
Yet.
Possibly. Hey, I saw a TV commercial, and this really, really intrigued me. Let me play this commercial. It's a progressive spot. You know, Flo and that goofy guy she hangs out with. Are they doing it?
No,
Flo's I think she's a lesbian, right?
Okay, I don't know.
Hold on, you're calling
case.
Flo from? Well, we have a progressive office right across the street from us. You want to go?
She's never interested in John Hamm.
Okay, could she be asexual?
Maybe.
Could she be all
I don't think we know the sexuality of Flo.
John Hamm is like, let's do it, Flo, and she's like, oh, okay. Let's talk about progressive.
I'm not here to talk about Flo's.
She's a les.
We're not here to talk about Flo's sexuality.
All right, Froggy's about to get canceled by both his insurance carrier and
Froggy. Can you,
I don't have a problem with that at all. She's hot.
Froggy, can you?
I heard her and Lily hooked up.
Froggy, can you retract what you just said?
No,
I retract.
Don't even bring it up.
I mean, you can say that she's a lesbian or she's a member of the LGBTQ plus community.
Lily from AT&T.
She's a fictional spokesperson for an insurance company.
First of all, I have no idea what Flo's sexuality is.
Is this a real life conversation we're having?
But Froggy brought it up. Why did Froggy bring it up?
I thought she was.
Why are you continuing to perpetrate it? Let it go. Oh, Jesus.
What are you so offended by? What, you got a crush on her?
You're going to get canceled.
Because I'm a fan of lesbians, first of all.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right, so...
she's actually straight.
Shut up.
Roxanne's looking it up.
She's a fictional character.
She's a husband named Scott.
Here is the commercial that caught my attention. I haven't seen this commercial yet. I just saw it the other night. Listen to this.
At Progressive, we love your pets as much as you do. Like this guy in a hat. That's why Progressive Car Insurance covers your pets for up to $1,000 if they're ever in a car accident with you.
Did you know that? If your pet is in your car and you have a car accident with your pet, that Progressive covers you up to $1,000?
That's a couple. I mean, that's really interesting, MJ, because pets typically are not strapped in.
Yeah.
And if you
I know there's a whole movement. People want you to seatbelt your pets in. I know that there are all kinds of like pet restraint systems.
Well, listen, It's a puppy projectile. If you
Glad's on the phone.
I told you.
Froggy, nice knowing you, Froggy.
Glad.
You're both going down.
The bag company?
No. I'm kidding. They're not on the phone.
Listen, if seatbelting a dog is a safety measure, most folks don't do it. A lot of folks carry their dog in their lap. What if you hit something and your airbag goes off and the only thing between the airbag and you is Fido? He gets it.
Fido squished.
Yeah.
Especially if he's in front of you.
Progressive will cover your pet up to $1,000. First of all, if you're in a serious car wreck, I would imagine, have you ever gone to the vet? You take your vet for a rabies shot these days, it's $500. If you know, I mean, every time we go to the vet, we can't get out of there for less than $600. I'm telling you.
$1,000.
You're getting had, boy.
I think vets are the richest people on the planet. They've got to be. I mean, every vet visit, my wife, it's like $600, $800, $1,200. What the hell is going on in there?
We had a friend who had a dog with cancer, and the dog was going to pass in the next year anyway, and it was like $8,000 for surgery. Like, let's do it. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. There's people like that.
Let me take that dog for a walk.
I have an idea. I have an idea. So Progressive will cover your pet for up to $1,000. What does the law say? I mean, if you're in a car and you're hit by a reckless driver, of course, you can hire an attorney and you can go after for property damage, for personal injury. But what if you have a pet in the car? Listen, our studio is sponsored by Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team. Hang on, let me go to my address book here. Hang on. And I happen to have Stacy Kemp from Kemp Rouge and Green's cell number.
All right.
Let me call her up. I don't know if she's going to be available. Yeah, let me pick another line. That one was crackling. 727. All right. See if we can get a hold of Stacy Kemp from Kemp Rouge and Green. Ask about, has she ever had any cases where, like, someone was in a car and their pet was hurt in a car wreck?
We're sorry. You must first dial a 1 or 0.
Hang on a sec. I guess I must first dial a 1. Hang on. Let me do it again.
Is it a passcode 727?
1727. All right. Here we go. Here's take 2. I've now dialed the 1. So hopefully it will now go through. And I got questions about car accidents if your dog, if Phil, your dog, is inside. Hello?
Hello, Stacy Kemp here. How can I help you?
Stacy, MJ Morning Show.
Oh, good morning, MJ. How are you?
Well, I'd like to point out again that Stacy Kemp and Kemp Rouge and Green, the official studio sponsors of Q105.
Oh, do you have me live on the air?
Well, Stacy, by the way, we're live on the radio right now. Yes, Stacy, yes.
Thanks for the update.
Yes, thanks for the heads up.
No problem. So, Stacy, just out of curiosity, we're talking about this Progressive commercial. I don't know if you've heard this. Let me play this commercial. Listen to this.
At Progressive, we love your pets as much as you do. Like this guy in a hat. That's why Progressive Car Insurance covers your pets for up to $1,000 if they're ever in a car accident with you. This mini majorette's gonna...
All right, so... You've done, obviously, tons and tons of personal injury cases, handling car accidents. I mean, Kemp Rouge and Green, after all, is your car accident team. Am I correct?
You're correct. And it's funny you bring this up. I actually just had a client ask me about this exact pet coverage issue last week, and I was reading the Progressive policy. It's about it.
All right, so hold on a minute. What happens, I don't know about Florida law, but if you're driving your car and some reckless Tampa Bay area driver who's inattentive, they run a red light, and let's say, you've got a little bit of injury. What happens if your dog is injured by a reckless driver? I mean, can your dog sue as well?
No, typically, you don't have a claim for your dog at all, but Progressive has added this $1,000 coverage. I mean, it does have limitations. They say, pet coverage, but it has limitations. It only covers dogs and cats. So if you have, a bird or a monkey or.
So I saw a guy traveling down I-4 with like a snake around his neck. It wouldn't cover that.
What if my pet chinchilla Mario was in my car with me and I got some jackwagon that's watching Netflix while driving and they crash into me at a red light? What happens to my pet chinchilla Mario?
Pet chinchilla is not covered by Progressive. He's not a dog or a cat.
Oh, it's only dogs or cats by
iguanas out.
Right.
Lizards out.
What about a giraffe?
Out.
The little mini giraffe in the old DirecTV commercial.
Nope.
Out.
Oh, okay.
Duck-billed platypus.
Now, Stacy, how many years have you been practicing? How many years have you been doing like personal injury law work?
You're gonna make me admit how old I am on the air? Come on.
No,
MJ.
but no. How many years has Kemp Rouge and Green been around?
Since 2008.
All right. So you guys have been doing this for, quite some time. How many cases, Stacy, have you had where there was a car wreck with a pet in the car? I mean, is it common or is it not common?
No, it's really not very common, honestly.
All right.
But that's probably why Progressive added it, right? Because
they don't have to pay out for it. All right, we need more ideas for commercials. All right, we'll just offer $1,000 if your dog or cat's in the car. Whoa! What if it's Toots is the driving cat?
What if the cat's driving?
What if Toots takes your car out for a drive and drives over a cliff?
So many angles the insurance company didn't think of.
There is. All right, watch this.
they just like to add stuff so it sounds good to purchase their policy.
Hey, Stacy, tell Rouge I said what's up.
And by the way, you can't even use this coverage unless you purchase collision on your policy. Otherwise, you don't have it anyways.
Oh, so you have to have collision as well.
Yes.
In order for your dog or cat to be covered up to $1,000. All right. Well, listen, I saw the commercial. I was intrigued. I was curious. We've got Kemp Rouge and Green, your car accident team, as our studio sponsor. I thought it was a worthy phone call. And now, guess what? I am highly enlightened.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for reaching out. I'm always here to answer any questions for you.
All right. And then, Stacy, if you guys have your new pound line, and if anyone is driving with their pet in the car and they're the victim of a car wreck and some reckless driver, they can always just hit pound HURT, pound HURT on their cell phone.
That's right. Only on your cell phone. Call us anytime, pound HURT or 727-847-HURT.
There you go. All right, Stacy, I'm sure we'll be in touch with more car accident questions in the near future.
Right?
Thanks, MJ. Have a great day.
You too, Stacy. Bye-bye. Look at that.
Now we know.
I am fully enlightened. All right. I saw this last night, and I was like, oh, my God. I got to go through the camera roll, dig it out, do an A-B comparison. Guys, we ought to buy this.
Website name?
The Amity. What do you say?
Was it a website name?
No.
It's a house.
No.
Oh, a house.
The Amityville Horror House is for sale again. It's on the market.
You say again like it's on the market all the time.
Well, no, it's sold multiple times.
Okay, all right.
Up in Amityville, New York, on Long Island. It's that large, creepy Dutch colonial. It was the home where the DeFeo murders happened. And then after the DeFeo murders happened, the Lutz family, George Lutz and his family, they bought the house. And that's when all of the weird things, the haunted nature of the house came out. But, of course, that whole thing was a scam and a racket. It never happened.
You don't know that.
No, there's been enough written. The whole Amityville horror thing is a total racket. It's a total scam. And they totally invented the story to make money, to sell the rights to the book and the movie and the whole thing. That's been pretty much established that the Lutz family, the Lutz.
Yeah.
Lutz. It's the...
Whatever.
Whenever I see L-U-T-Z, I think of Lutz, like, here in North Tampa. So the family, George Lutz, they made the whole thing up. But the house certainly has a creep factor to it. It's, the house is not as creepy as it used to be.
It's a good-looking house. I mean, I saw the picture that you took. It has that white...
Well, hang on a minute. So I took a picture of this house back in April of 2019. I'll give you the details on why I was right in front of the Amityville Horror House in just a second. But the house is on the market for $955,000. Now, the 10-room house originally had an asking price of $1.45 million last year, then dropped to $1.35 million, and now apparently it's on the market. They've lowered the price to $955,000. So it's a bargain basement price right now. It's on the market because the current owners, apparently the couple's going through a divorce, so they're selling the property. It has nothing to do with the house being haunted because it's not. It never was. Although there was a gruesome, family murder in the house back in the 1970s. Yeah, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. killed his whole family while they were sleeping. And that's 112 Ocean Avenue was the original address. I'll give you a couple of facts here. So the original address for the Amityville Horror House was 112 Ocean Avenue. It was changed to 108 because of all the looky-loos and all the sightseers.
Yeah, way to throw them off.
They actually changed the address.
How about you change the name of the street?
Also, I want to point something out. They changed the creepy quarter moon windows years ago.
Oh, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. They changed those windows out a long time ago.
Lame.
And if you go to my Instagram, I put this up late last night. I'm doing prep late last night. I'm like, oh my God, the Amityville Horror House is for sale. Chloe was doing soccer out on Long Island. Chloe, there was an indoor futsal soccer deal in Massapequa, right next to where Amityville is. So I had some time to kill. She had 2 hours at this futsal deal. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me go find I'm right next to Amityville. Let me go find the Amityville Horror House. So I go to Ocean Avenue, and boom, I see the house. And I took a picture. If you go to my Instagram, I've got this side-by-side pictures. So I've got a picture of the house from April of 2019, and you'll notice that the two creepy evil eye windows at the very top of the house, they're no longer there. They installed regular square windows with shutters, and they took the creepy quarter moon windows out that the Amityville Horror House was famous for. So if you go to my Instagram, go to my IG, Certified MJ Radio, go to Certified MJ Radio, and you can see the picture I took with the new windows, and then you can just scroll to picture number 2 and see the house with the old creepy, half moon evil eye windows or quarter moon windows.
I can't find any pictures of the inside of the house. Everything's just like the outside.
Yeah. Anyway, so go to my check out the picture. Check out the picture. Certified MJ Radio. That's my Instagram handle. Certified MJ Radio. And while you're there, give me a follow. And you can also check out the woman with the thong with her skirt blowing up on the way to Thanksgiving dinner.
Hey, you have another picture here on your Insta. And you mentioned it earlier in the week about you and Julian taking a picture
at
a cemetery.
At the Marti Colon. Was that what it's called? The cemetery?
I think. It's
the cemetery at Columbus and MacDill.
You mentioned briefly in passing on Monday when we talked about it that the family was of some significance.
I think Granda.
Did any more details on who they were or what they owned?
I thought it said granddad on it.
No. No. Julian was shooting a video for a school project, and we needed a cemetery scene, so that's why we're in the cemetery. Anyway, folks, you never know what's on my Instagram. Take a look. Go to my IG, Certified MJ Radio, and give me a follow.
What the hell is this? Do you have a burnt food fetish on your Instagram?
No.
Down.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Hold on. He has a piece of cremated pizza, and then I scroll down another click, and he has blackened broccoli.
I saw that.
Did you forget about it?
It's actually a joke. I took a great picture of tons of broccoli that I was roasting on a pan, and then
I see the picture.
The next picture, it's charred marshmallows. It's not even the broccoli.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, because I said that I roasted the broccoli for 17 hours. And then people are like, don't you mean 17 minutes? And then the next picture I put was if you roasted broccoli for 17 hours.
That's the kind of comedic relief you get on Certified
MJ Radio, man.
Radio.
That's why everyone needs to follow me at Certified MJ Radio.
Vegetable humor on Instagram.
Anyway, the Amityville Horror House, man, I'm telling you, $955,000. That's a bargain. First thing I would do is I would reinstall the creepy windows. That's I would take the new windows out. I'm putting the creepy quarter moon evil eye windows back in.
All right. It's actually a great location.
Take a look. Oh, it's a nice street. It's a nice neighborhood. It's really nice. So take a look at the picture and the side-by-side comparison. But the Amityville horror house, it's not haunted. Yes, the whole family was murdered by Ronald DeFeo Jr. back in '74, but the house was never haunted. The subsequent owners, the Lutz family, they made up the whole story about the haunted house, and they cashed in. They made a ton of money off that crazy story. So, what are you mumbling? You're talking to yourself. You're mumbling to yourself.
I just saw a headline. It's the first time it's popped up in my feed.
Right.
And I don't know if you've probably already seen it.
Oh, I saw this, yeah.
Yeah, of course. But
it's weird. This is a weird story.
That's really weird.
Go ahead and read the headline.
5 cars rented by the Biden family, the president's family, bursts into flames in Nantucket.
What?
The president rents cars for surprised the hell out of me. What does he go to like the
it was
the Hertz counter?
Hold on, it was the Secret Service.
They rent cars?
Yeah, for Biden and the whole entourage, they were on Nantucket for Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay, and so they go to the Hertz counter. They probably have Hertz Gold.
No, the Secret Service, I'm sure they've got some arrangement to rent cars. 5 cars rented by Biden's Secret Service team burst into flames on the island of Nantucket off of Cape Cod.
How is that not a presidential threat? Look at these burned out vehicles.
Investigation into blaze with vehicles used by the first family. The vehicles went up in flames. They were rented by the U.S. Secret Service during Joe Biden's Thanksgiving vacation. Fire happened Monday in the parking lot of the Nantucket Memorial Airport, just a day after the president left the island and went back to Washington. The flames were just 40 feet away from the airport's 25,000-gallon jet fuel tanks.
Holy crap.
My God. One of the vehicles, a Ford Expedition, is under manufacturer battery recall. The incident is now under investigation. It's a weird story.
Come on, man.
That 5 of the Secret Service rented cars for the Biden family bursted. I mean, they're toast. They are completely destroyed.
All right, the way the headline read, I felt like President Biden was renting them himself. Put it on my gold card.
No, he's not a Hertz Gold member.
Might be. I don't know.
His hip hurts.
Congratulations, by the way, to the U.S. soccer team. Let's do the comparison one more time here. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only goal. This is the Fox broadcast play-by-play guy calling the USA goal. Of course, USA beat Iran 1-0 in the the Group B, whatever the round was. It was USA and Iran yesterday, the FIFA World Cup. Here's the Fox commentator calling the goal. Listen.
Weston McKinney, Des making a big run. It's meant for him. Des is stuck in behind. Des into the middle. Pulisic scores! Might have paid the price, but the U.S. takes the lead.
Yeah, paid the price all right, because how do you say his name? Pulisic? Pulisic. Is he the captain of the team?
Yes, he is the captain of the team.
I don't even know. But he got hurt.
Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, Christian Pulisic. He ran into the goalie, and they took him to the hospital.
Oh, man up, Christian. We need you.
But there was an image of him smiling from a hospital bed in Qatar or Qatar.
Oh, I don't want to go to the hospital bed there.
Yeah, well, I think their medicine is probably pretty modern. They're pretty loaded up country, with all the fossil fuel money over there. But he was smiling and like thumbs up, and he says he's going to be ready for Saturday's game. What do you have? Some kind of, what did they say? He had a pelvic contusion or something? I mean, he really got nailed by like the goalie's knee, like right in the groin area. And he apparently has a pelvic contusion, but he claims he's going to be ready to play for Saturday.
Good for him.
Yeah, but I want to compare. Again, this is the USA call. This is the Fox English broadcast play-by-play call for the goal.
Weston McKinney, Des making a big run. It's meant for him. Des is stuck in behind. Des into the middle. Pulisic scores! Might have paid the price, but the U.S. takes the lead.
Now I want to compare it. This is the Telemundo Spanish play-by-play guy.
Otra vez Tyler. Para Weston McGee. Se mete Serginho. Vino para Serginho Dest. El toque en media posición.
And then the guy drove through a fireworks store in Melbourne.
I just tried calling 911 and it didn't answer.
My God. How long was that, Fester?
20 seconds from the first goal to the last goal. He took a breath in the middle, but 20 seconds of goal.
Anyway.
How does that guy not die during a match?
That was a great win, though. So the U.S. now goes on to play Netherlands. And
Saturday.
Is it the knockout round? Is that what they call it? So,
yeah, it's the knockout round of 16.
So now the USA plays the Netherlands on Saturday morning, like 9 or 9:30. And the Iranian team, they're going to be executed.
All right.
The whole team. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be executed when they get back to Iran.
Right,
there's going to be punishment of some kind.
Yeah, don't execute the whole team. Just like 3 of them.
No,
but send a message.
But seriously, in soccer, I mean, you don't need your arms. You can't touch the ball, or else it's a handball. Just cut off their arms.
Right?
I mean,
just
their
do
balance might be affected a little bit.
Cut them both off. They'll run faster.
No, but seriously, you know that the families of the players were threatened. I mean, this is a crazy story. So when you think of Iran, you think of a terrorist country. It is. Iran is the largest state sponsor of terrorism on the planet, as designated by our U.S. Department of State. Terrorist nation. I mean, it is a bad country as far as the leadership goes. Now, the Iranian people, a lot of them, I think they're pretty good people.
The vast majority of them are opposed to this regime.
Yeah, a very large percentage, and maybe even vast majority, are opposed to the oppressive, maniacal, religious fanatics and the terroristic regime. Iran is a very young country and a very educated country. And, did you hear the reports that many Iranians were actually rooting for the U.S. to win and beat their Iranian team as a protest against their terroristic government?
Yeah, I saw footage from Tehran where there was they were very mild very mild celebrations. They weren't going crazy celebrating, but they were acknowledging that the Americans won and they were happy about it.
Guys, I have stories here, guys, that Iranians were celebrating the U.S. win.
Yeah.
In opposition. A lot of this stems from the fact that you had the religious police in Iran. They killed that 22-year-old young woman that wouldn't wear her hijab, her head covering properly. So that they killed they beat and killed a 22-year-old woman, and that's what's caused a lot of the protests and the uprising. Then you had the Iranian soccer team. They didn't sing their national anthem in their first game. And then the Iranian terroristic regime, they were incensed, they were livid, and they threatened the players. And then there were reports that the Iranian, secret police, that they started threatening the families of the players, that you better tell your relatives, your players, to start singing our national anthem and to show some respect. So they threatened the families of the Iranian soccer team players.
Yeah, I wouldn't play soccer for them if I was Iranian, no matter how good I was. Let's sit this one out.
They were threatened with violence. They were threatened with torture if the soccer team pulled any more stunts and shenanigans and protested or showed any solidarity with the uprisings and the protests that are happening in Iran right now.
Instead, they just lost the game.
So there you have it. So USA, what a win. I mean, that was really, when you think about it, it's sort of like good versus evil. It's like,
yeah, it is.
I mean, that's the way I saw it. I mean, that would have sucked if we would have lost to Iran.
A lot of drama in the game, too. It wasn't in the 90th minute, Iran had a penalty kick.
Yeah, man, soccer.
Soccer,
man.
woo!
All kinds of stuff.
Can I tell you, I don't give a rat's ass about soccer.
I like European soccer. I like the Premier League.
I don't know. I mean, I watched Ted Lasso, and I thought that was cool, but that's it.
I like Manchester United. Go Reds.
But, a lot of the media reporting on that Iranians hate their regime, and they're actually celebrating that the United States actually won. So go USA. Congratulations. Hey, did you see that guy with the huge, humongous, massive tree trunk neck is back in the news?
Yeah, I saw that. That's
that guy's been arrested like 12 times.
I know. We've talked about this guy in the past. I'm pretty sure we posted this guy's mugshot in the. Hey, Andrew, did you get the tree trunk neck guy? Did you get his latest mugshot up on our website?
Dude, his neck got bigger.
Where is it? Andrew's doing pantomime on a radio show right now.
Go to our webpage on the top bar. It's
Andrew,
stories we've mentioned.
Andrew, you have a microphone in there. You can. Oh, he's on the phone.
Yeah, he's busy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's talking.
So on the top bar of our website, mjmorningshow.com, there's stories we mentioned. You have to click that and then scroll down a little bit, and you'll see the picture. We couldn't make it any more tedious.
This is crazy. This guy has the largest neck. It is like cartoon-like. It's almost like a superhero, like a Marvel or a DC comic hero. His neck is like a redwood.
Yeah, it's almost like triangular, and then tapers up, and the head sits on top of almost a triangle.
Is it like that disease? Do you watch that show that Big Ed is on? He has no neck.
Big Head?
Big Ed.
I don't know.
No neck Ed.
Big Ed or Big
It's like
Head?
some show on TLC, and he has a disease where his neck is like.
Right.
I wonder if he has that, or does he just have a really muscular neck?
This is crazy. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, if you haven't seen Massive Neck Man, go to. Are you laughing at the guy's neck?
I mean, he looks so weird.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
The neck starts from the outside of his ears and it goes straight down.
It's connected to like his outer trapezius muscles or something.
I mean, his neck is like the size of his torso. I don't know how this is even human. How is this genetically possible? All right, so go to mjmorningshow.com. mjmorningshow.com. Click on stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show. Look at the top row, and you'll see boxes, and you might have to arrow over. Sometimes depends where the scroll is, but go ahead and look for stories mentioned on the MJ Morning Show, and then you'll see the mugshot of this guy, Charles McDowell. I wonder if he's part of the McDowell family from
Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Their buns have seeds. Our buns have no seeds.
He could have had a lucrative career running a couple of stands.
Yeah, but this guy's mugshot, he's in trouble again. This is from the Escambia County Jail. And this guy has gone viral in the past with his mugshots because his neck is the biggest damn thing you've ever seen in your life. And he's locked up again. Charles McDowell, 35, of Pensacola, was booked into the Escambia County Jail. You know, you can't spell scam without Escambia. You know that, right?
That's true.
Jailed on charges of aggravated stalking and withholding child support. Yeah, he allegedly showed up at a woman's home on August 24th and sent her threatening text messages, according to Where TV up there. Yeah, he gained fame back in 2018 when he was arrested on multiple drug charges, and his mugshot went viral because of the size of his neck.
All right. I'm going to really piss you off now, MJ.
Well, why are you going to piss me off?
The third most important thing in your life
is
your Instagram account.
Yeah.
How many followers do you think at Damn Wide Neck on Instagram? How many followers do you think he has?
Oh my God!
Go ahead, guess.
This guy, I don't need to guess. I'm looking at it.
Right.
It's on the computer screen. Fester and I share a mirrored screen, so whatever Fester has in front of him, I see. This is insane.
At Damn Wide Neck. I mean, not at Certified MJ Radio.
So Charles McDowell, Damn Wide Neck, he has 1 million followers. I'm at 10,600. This guy's got a verified blue check mark. I can't get verified on Instagram to save my freaking life.
Damn Wide Neck.
Damn
all you
Wide
see
Neck.
is his neck.
He's got 1 million freaking followers. Oh my! You got to turn your mic on.
Imagine how many people. I didn't want to cough in it a moment ago.
All right.
Imagine how many people, if you went to, just go and check him out and don't follow him because it's such a novelty.
I mean, if he has 1 million followers, he has 100 million visitors.
Exactly.
Oh my God. That is
Imagine just
insane.
hanging out with him. All you can see is, what do you want for breakfast, bro? Breakfast, bro.
What do you want for breakfast?
Everything is like that neck. I hate it. It's so big.
All right.
How can he have any friends?
Go take a look at the picture. It's on our website, mjmorningshow.com. His latest mugshot is posted. And folks, I got to at least get to 1 million followers. So listen, right now let's do the MJ the drive for 1 million followers on Instagram. Give me a follow. Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Yeah. Please, I'm at 10,600.
You're
at
begging.
least.
You're straight up
I listen, and I'm not verified.
So pathetic.
I can't get Instagram to verify me.
Who cares? You're a 50-year-old man.
Get a neck implant, and maybe you can get some followers.
Get arrested. I'm going to get a penile implant or something. Maybe that'll do it.
You know what? That'd
Can't
be
get
worth
any
a follow.
Are you having fun just disparaging me at every turn this morning, Froggy?
Well, you said I have a rat-infested house. I have to get back at you.
All right.
Yeah, what were we going to say, Fester?
I forget.
All right, so, yeah, come on. I'm at 10,600 lousy followers, and this guy's got 1 million. All right, help me out here, folks. Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow.
Damn white neck. That's a great name.
Certified MJ Radio. Hey, how did that flamingo go over at your house?
Oh, the girls are super happy about that.
But who'd you give it to? Is there a fight over whose flamingo it was?
No, they share. They totally share stuff.
All right, here's the deal. Tampa International, man, they got a ton of media on this yesterday. And listen, they played us right. They dropped off a pink flamingo stuffed animal, which represents the giant pink flamingo installation in the middle of Tampa International Airport.
Right.
And their new publicity stunt, which is a great idea.
I wouldn't call it a stunt.
And of course it's a stunt. And I give them 100% credit for getting us to talk about it. The giant flamingo has garnered a lot of attention. People love this thing. And now the airport wants to name the flamingo. So they're holding a contest. And if they select the name that you suggest, you'll win a bunch of flights on Silver Airways and some Busch Gardens passes. And so I hear that my name is in the running. I hear that.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I heard back from my folks, friends at Tampa International. They love my name.
This is nepotism.
I suggested Dahmer because of the huge, because of the massive interest in the Dahmer Netflix series. It's like number 2 now behind Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's so creepy. And then people are interested in the Casey Anthony stuff. That's all people do is watch about serial killers and creepy stuff now.
I got a name. Can I put a name in?
Yeah, what's the... So they're trying to name the flamingo, and they dropped off a stuffed animal, a pink flamingo, and Roxanne took it home for her girls.
Yes.
And then they scratched each other's eyes out over who it belongs to.
No, they share. Then they started beating each other with it.
Exactly.
At one point they did.
Then hey, Tampa International, we need another one because the neck got ripped off.
Fisher, do you have a name? I have one.
I have a name, but I have a okay. So yesterday, Froggy gave a name that actually trended on the Tampa International Facebook page.
That's right.
Because Froggy's like, go to Tampa International and put what, like McFarderson or something?
No, I put Shecky Brown McFarderson.
And people put Shecky Brown McFarderson under the comments of Tampa International.
Really?
I think they deleted them. Like, they didn't want McFarderson.
Oh, no.
You know, I have a legitimate name that I don't want to say on the radio because I think it's like a winner.
You're going to submit it?
I will. I have a name that I think is ideal.
How about this?
How about Dirk Diggler?
He has a neck for it.
That's what I'm saying. It's Dirk Diggler.
How about Tuscadero?
Yeah.
Pinky Tuscadero.
Yeah.
Good one.
Well, Pinky, a flamingo's pink. So
That's right. You don't say Pinky.
Do you know how many people are going to submit Pinky?
Yeah.
I think I've got the winning name. It's Pinky. Meanwhile,
index finger.
26,000 people are going to submit the name Pinky for the thing.
How about damn long neck?
How about what the hell is that coming out of the ceiling of the airport? Hey, what the hell is that coming out of? That's my name.
Does the ceiling leak now? Anyway, it's a pretty cool installation. Oh, speaking of Tampa International, did you see that a record number of guns were taken by TSA so far this year?
At Tampa International?
At Tampa. This is Tampa International specific.
Wow.
Altogether, reports are 116 guns have been confiscated at TSA checkpoints at Tampa International Airport, and almost all of the 116 guns were loaded. Last year was the old record, 105 guns confiscated. That was the whole year. And now we're only at November 30th, and they've already seized 116 guns, and most of them, again, were loaded.
I have a gun question.
Yeah.
I saw a video of a very, very attractive girl who accidentally left her gun in her bag.
Right.
And she went through the line.
Right.
And she got arrested for it.
Yeah, they arrest you for it.
But it was a complete accident.
Hold on. You witnessed this?
No. I saw, I think it was on one of those like audit the audit sites or something.
Okay, so something you should be able to miss your flight for is bringing a gun and getting arrested. I mean,
you think, wait a minute, you think an extremely attractive woman, according to your standards, I need to see her picture, but you don't think she should have been arrested?
I don't know.
So what, like an unattractive woman
No,
should be
I don't-
arrested?
no,
and,
no, I don't
and,
think-
and a very attractive woman should not be arrested if they're bringing a gun through
No,
the
I'm not
TSA
saying
checkpoint?
That. It has nothing to do with her attractive level. I'm just saying it was a complete accident for real. You could tell. She was like crying.
Well, the bulk of these cases, these people aren't intentionally bringing guns onto the airport premises and through TSA.
So why are they going to arrest them?
You should be arrested. Everybody knows don't bring a gun to the airport.
Listen,
People get arrested for accidents all the time.
I carry, and I just make sure it's just automatic. I check, I double check, I triple check.
Do you quadruple check?
I quadruple check. I just know I'm not bringing a gun to the airport if I'm flying out.
Whatever you're talking about, old Blondie McGillicuddy over there, she didn't quadruple check.
She had to go to her daughter's cheerleading tournament. She missed it.
I tell you what, though, I have had several nightmares over the years. So
bringing your gun to the airport?
Yep, I have
Yeah,
had.
that's that ill-prepared dream.
I've had several nightmares where I never got, my dreams are never me getting busted by TSA by attempting to bring a gun through. It's, you know what it is? It's typically I got through the airport with the gun and then I panic and it's like, oh my God, what do I do with the gun? I can't bring it on the plane with me. That's typically, and then in one of the dreams, I throw the gun in the trash.
God, what a weenie you are, dude.
It's just, I've had the dream probably, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times over, maybe 15 years or so.
Once you're through security, you're flying domestic. You're
golden.
Yeah.
Well, if you're through, you're through. But I've had that nightmare that's actually popped up.
But never had something illegal on you on a plane before, bro? Gosh,
no, I have not
chill.
had. I've had nothing illegal on a plane.
Yeah, Froggy, not everybody's draining all the shampoo out of their container and loading it with weed.
Yeah.
You're going to give away that secret?
Well, everybody knows about the shampoo. Yeah, everybody knows. You're going to smuggle weed with you. You drain your shampoo out, and you put the weed in there, and you put the shampoo
I
back.
wouldn't know. I don't
We've
know.
got a month to go, and already 116 guns have been taken at Tampa International checkpoints by the TSA.
Do they destroy these guns?
No, the people I think end up getting them back ultimately if everything is legit. But the TSA, they remind people you can be fined close to $14,000 in fines whether or not you're arrested. So make sure you check your bags. You can actually travel with a gun, but you have to check it in luggage. It's got to be locked. The ammo or the mag's got to be separate, and it's a whole thing. And I traveled once to Colorado with a Glock 45. 45 caliber, a Glock Model 30. But
I don't like guns.
You put it. It's got to be in a locked box with the whole thing. They even put. I flew United. They even slapped like a big orange sticker on the box that said firearm inside, and then that went inside my luggage, and. It's kind of
what a pain in the ass just to bring your little pistol.
It's a hassle. I mean,
it was not that big a deal. It really wasn't.
You have to go to. I don't know. You go to the counter. You can't just check in your bag with the guy.
You go to the counter. You check it in. You declare it. And they put it. It's really not that big a deal.
Could Fester do it with his big cowboy 6-shooter?
You do whatever you want. If you follow the rules, you follow the rules. Oh, did you hear about the person that claimed that Jesus instructed them to do this on the airplane?
No.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Jesus told a Southwest passenger to do this on a plane. All right. That and a whole lot more.
Yeah. Some breaking news from my household. I have to get more details. It'll be very quick when we get back.
If it's breaking news, you want to give it now?
No, because I need more details.
Hold on. So, all right, loaded segment next. Don't move. We're back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Let's grab traffic at 8:46. Here's Pat. We're back momentarily, folks.
Still an ugly mess for this Wednesday morning on I-4 westbound right around the Way Station or McIntosh. The semi blocking the right-hand lane as they try to get it out of the way. A backup continues westbound all the way back into Plant City. Southbound on the Vets, real heavy because of an accident right around Memorial and 275. Bridges are good. Wrecks on 19 are out of the way. Keeping you updated. I'm Pat George from the Rubenstein Law Traffic Center.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Racing hot rods this year. The Hess truck's here.
A flatbed truck with lights, sounds, and 2 racing hot rods. Get it now at HessToyTruck.com with free shipping and batteries.
There are some financial institutions who care more about helping you reach your goals. So they offer solutions and tools to make something that seems impossible become a reality. Fairwinds. Visit fairwinds.org.
There's something about Moffitt that seems to inspire everyone who works here.
Seeing patients wanting to beat their cancer makes me very motivated every day to go to work.
Moffitt gives me that opportunity to really impact a difference in their lives.
When people ask me, what do you do? Where do you work? I tell them I work for the best company in the world. It's Moffitt Cancer Center.
Don't just make a living, make a difference. Search positions at moffitt.org/careers.
In Brooksville, the quintessential small town with big-time charm, you'll find a place to call home at Southern Hills. Their gated community with a nationally rated golf course offers all the amenities you'd expect from a country club lifestyle. Return to real luxury with homes by Arthur Ruttenberg and Lennar, overlooking the most beautiful rolling hills. Starting in the 400s to over $2 million. Southern Hills is the place you'd want to live. Visit SoHilly.com and return to real.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The ketchup-stained cuffs from Burger Night. The dirt-streaked sweatpants from Tuesday's boot camp class. Not to mention the sorting. We get it. You don't have to love laundry to love Arm & Hammer Plus OxyClean. Now concentrated with 2 times the powerful stain fighters versus the leading bargain detergent, so it can reach microscopic stains for a deep, hygienic clean. Laundry will always be laundry, and with a little help, you'll crush it. Arm & Hammer, more power to you.
Get Q105's 80s and more on Alexa, Odyssey, and the Q105 app, powered by Anna Charles.
breaking news out of Roxanne's house. We'll get to that momentarily, but first, Jesus told this woman to do this.
Well, he is the guy.
On a Southwest Airlines flight, would anyone like to guess what Jesus told this woman to do?
Repent.
That is an incorrect answer.
I don't know.
Fester, would you like to take another shot at it?
Jesus told her to open the door and walk on the wing.
That would be correct.
Shut up! Really? I totally guessed. I had no idea.
So, this is
man,
we
good one.
You didn't even let me guess.
I'm sorry.
What was your guess going to be, Froggy?
Dutch oven the whole plane.
That happens a lot.
Crop dust.
Crop dust, everybody.
Crop dust the whole plane.
I was going that direction.
I think it was something more like, hello.
God's laughing at me.
Open up the door on the airplane in mid-flight.
Now, you can't do that. You can't physically do that. Now,
Again.
a mortal human cannot open the
MJ
plane
will
door.
tell you cannot.
You cannot. We've talked about this like a dozen times on the program. When your airplane is in the air, when the cabin is pressurized, that handle is going to snap off in your hand before that door is going to open. The door is not opening. The cabin is pressurized. There is no way you can open up the door in flight. It's not going to happen. So, listen, it's certainly unnerving, and it's disturbing if you're on a plane with some maniac that's running up and down the aisle speaking in tongues or going berserk, and they want to open up the door. But rest assured, they cannot open it. I mean, you want to stop them, but still, they can't open up the plane door in mid-flight.
No, you let them go. Let them have fun. Let them get it out. You can't do anything.
You're now free to open up the door on the airplane.
Go ahead.
So this passenger, Elam Abeginenu.
Elam with an M.
Elam. Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Elam, Elom, Agbeginou. I think my pronunciation is spot on. Elam Agbeginenu. I think I changed it from the first pronunciation. 34 was on a flight out of Texas, and they were headed to Ohio, and they had to make an emergency landing at the Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas.
I did not know they named the Arkansas airport after...
The Bill and Hillary Clinton National Airport in Little Rock, Arkansas. In fact, the plane pulled into the Monica Lewinsky terminal.
And then pulled out, and then pulled back out again.
All right, Froggy, stop.
Has a cigar lounge in that terminal.
I don't get it.
Well, stop. No, but here's the deal. This crazy woman was screaming about opening up the door. She started. First of all, she said that Jesus told her to open up the door. So she tried to open up the door in mid-flight. A passenger tried to stop her. She then bit the passenger's thigh, grabbed onto the passenger's thigh, clamped down, and would not let go of the passenger's thigh. Finally, the passenger had to take his fingers and jam it into the woman's mouth to get her to let go of his thigh.
How about you punch her?
All right, are we keeping track of everything here? All right. She first tries to open up the door, claiming that Jesus told her to open up the door on the airplane in mid-flight. Then she clamps down on a guy's leg.
I wouldn't ever bite anyone, but if I was going to bite someone, I would bite them in the thigh.
Then...
Really?
Yeah,
then
I'd go for the thigh.
Another passenger, very meaty.
Of all the places.
Exactly.
Then another passenger tried to intervene, tackled her, and then she starts ramming her own head against the airplane floor repeatedly. So are we keeping track at home, folks? Jesus told her to open the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Passengers try to stop her.
Check.
She clamps down, bites a guy's thigh, and then starts smashing her own head into the floor of the airplane.
Jesus is like, I moved an entire rock out of my... Can't just open that door.
So she was arrested when the plane made the emergency landing. the 3-hour flight turned into like nearly a 7-hour ordeal for the passengers on this Southwest flight.
So I went to Catholic school for 12 years.
Yes.
Altar boy for 8 years, unmolested.
Yeah, what happened to you? Oh,
untouched.
Unmolested altar boy. Okay.
And I know for a fact that Jesus was not a biter or didn't do any of these things
How do you
in
know
his time.
Jesus wasn't a biter?
He was a carpenter, sir. What is there to bite? Wood? Something to bite back then.
He walked on water, not wings.
Nice.
That wasn't bad, Roxanne, actually.
That was not bad.
Not too shabby.
Maybe Mary Magdalene had like a biting kink or something.
No.
Hey, JC. Never mind.
I was once on, I've talked about this before.
Yes.
I was once on a flight. It was Frontier, actually, I think.
And someone bit you in the butt.
No. Michelle and I were coming back from Vegas on a red eye.
I wish somebody would me on a plane.
And we had a fight between a drunk couple.
Oh.
We had a totally drunk, out-of-control couple. They got into a fight. They had to be, they were slugging each other, screaming on the airplane. They had to be separated to like front and back of the plane. And then the woman was actually arrested when we landed at Tampa International. It's like 10 years ago or so.
Pretty awesome.
But that's like the only time I've had any major disturbance. I've never had anyone like have a medical emergency. I've never had, and we fly a lot. And you're on a wide body, a heavy. You're flying a 747. You're flying in a Boeing 787 or a 767 or an Airbus 330, 350. You have 350 people on these airplanes in some cases. The odds, the odds would be might have a medical. I've never been on a plane with anything other than the boyfriend and girlfriend just kicking the crap out of each other on a overnight Vegas red eye.
How many people do you think die a day?
In the world?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good. Hold on. That'll be on Google. But if I were to guess, I would guess that worldwide, 1 million people die a day.
So you would think
is what I would guess.
More people would die on planes. You would think.
Type that in. How many people die a day in the world? In the world
on Earth. All right.
On Earth.
I don't know.
We're not going to include Mars.
Okay. How many people die a day
globally?
How many people die in the
this
world?
says 178,000.
Okay, that's not that much. Come on, guys, let's pick it up.
65 million people die each year. That's 178,000 people each day.
All right, so I was way high.
Jeez, what a ghoul you are. I'd say 1 million.
7,425 people each hour and 120 people each minute.
But still, you would think more people would eat it on planes.
MJ thinks like 10 stadiums full of people dying.
Listen, there are 8 billion. We just crossed the 8 billion threshold. The world population is now 8 billion.
178,000 a day isn't that bad.
So I had a morbid guess of 1 million people a day.
That's about how many people die in a week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. This is an NBC News special report. Now, from New York, here's Fester Dolt. Fester, would you like to introduce Roxanne's breaking news?
We have breaking news.
Or wait a sec, would you rather be David Muir with his skinny tie? He wears the same tie and jacket every night. He's like the Blues Brothers. Have you noticed that with David Muir on ABC?
I have no idea who David Muir is.
You got to be Fester
Hold on,
Dolt.
you don't know who David Muir is? He does World News Tonight on ABC.
Let me tell you what I don't watch. Network news, okay?
Really?
Seriously, who watches network news?
You never heard of David Muir? Come on.
Is that a cat?
From ABC News, World Headquarters in New York, this is World News with David Muir.
Who?
Yeah.
Never heard of the guy? All right, so what happened?
We want Fester Dolt.
Yeah, let Fester Dolt throw it to the...
All right, so Roxanne, what is the breaking news at your house?
We have breaking news from the RNN, the Roxanne News Network.
Thank you, Fester
I'm
Dolt.
staring at my phone.
Roxanne's staring at her phone.
And I'm looking at a photo that was texted to me. And I feel...
By your kid or Doug?
Doug. And I feel like I'm staring at a Christmas present under my tree that I know what's in the box and I can't open it. It is such a good feeling, and it's my favorite present. I'm staring at The Notebook.
Oh, my God.
It's been found.
Praise the Lord.
Your whole life in the white notebook has been found?
Yes, Fester, snarky as you are, I want to say thank you to all the texters who have given me ideas on how to find it, how to retrace my steps. A lot of people are invested in this, and I appreciate it. And I'm tempted to ask Doug to take photos of every page and send it to me just so I can.
You'll be home in a few hours.
Have backup.
Yes.
Where was it found?
Yes.
Oh, my, folks, this is breaking news. Where was it found? Tell us. Let's go live to the scene in where do you live? In West Chase.
So it happened, it was discovered this morning because my daughter's reading log was due. And Doug's like, where's the reading log? I said, I think it's on the fridge, but it may have fallen down in that crack. Well, it was on the fridge, but the notebook had fallen down in the crack between the fridge and the counter.
That crack will get you.
And you were all accusatory.
Yes.
You thought someone stole your notebook.
Not someone, you or Fester.
Whoa!
Really?
Whoa! Oh, now the truth is coming out.
Apologies for all my evil thoughts
Hold
to people
on.
who I suspected.
No. Now the truth is,
Wow.
This is important. Let's discuss this. Did you really think that one of us stole your notebook to pry into your private life and all of your little secret things in your little white, little devil book?
Just Fester.
Devil book.
Oh, you thought Fester stole it?
See, that's Roxanne's go-to lame defense mechanism. That everything that negative happens, he somehow pins back to me, which is only half true.
Pit of negativity.
Listen, tell me when I lie.
Tell me when I lie.
So,
Wow. So
I feel so good right now. I just feel like.
you feel like you just shot
together.
up with heroin or something?
Yeah, I do, kind of.
She's like, look, I shot it between my toes.
Hold on.
You can't even
Look.
tell.
Hey, look at Roxanne. She has a face with euphoria, and her eyes are rolling back into her
What is
head.
it? There's some creepy
She's
term.
nodding off.
Quick!
Nods. Yeah.
Get the Narcan!
Shoot it in her
All right.
neck.
So you found the book.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me get the adrenaline needle like Pulp Fiction.
How funny would
It's
it
right
have
here
been?
where the breastplate is. Right here. The breastplate's right here.
How funny would it have been if Doug would have thought 2 steps ahead and used that as his white elephant present at
that's smart.
morning show
Oh,
gathering?
oh my
And then
God.
somebody else would take
Somebody
it and
else
wouldn't give it
gets
to
it.
me. Yeah.
Is Doug home right now?
Doug the Slug.
I think I don't know what
Oh
he's doing.
my
But yeah.
God,
What's
that
today?
would have been Did you just say that, Fester? That would have been
I
classic.
might have. I don't know.
Oh my God, I got to call Doug. Hang on a minute. Big Doug. Where's Doug? And here he is. Doug, I got to call him up. Oh, man,
Doug.
why did he have to? Man. He's got an easy phone number. I didn't realize how easy his phone number
Easier
is.
than 813-310-8444?
Yeah, much easier than Fester's number. Wow. Actually, very, very close to Fester's number, to be quite honest. Come on, Dig Doug. Hello?
Doug.
Yeah.
Dig Doug. It's the MJ Morning Show Live.
What do you need a rating sweep here?
Calling Doug.
Hello. Doug.
I just broke the good news that you found my book next to the fridge in that crack.
Doug.
I did.
Doug, this is crazy, but Fester has had a great idea. You shouldn't have said a word. You should have wrapped it up as the white elephant gift, and somebody could have opened up Roxanne's book at our morning show holiday dinner at the meat market on Saturday night.
Well, I understand, and thank you for mentioning the meat market.
It's not a the, is it? It's just meat market, isn't it?
Yeah, meat market. You can't say it enough. Meat market, Hyde Park Village.
Okay.
She really wanted that back, and she was missing it. So I felt it was best to acknowledge I found it and not play any shenanigans.
Hey, Doug, do you know that Roxanne thought that one of us took it to pry into her life?
He thinks I think everybody steals stuff.
I don't know what goes on there from 5:30 in the morning until 10 a.m.
You have no idea what goes on with Roxanne from 10 to 6 in the morning.
Doug, you don't listen much, do you?
No, I do.
Oh, okay. All right.
I do.
All right, so have you ever heard that jingle I have for you and Roxanne?
And Doug.
We're This is good. Can we check the ratings for this?
They're definitely going to go up for you.
Absolutely. Hey, Doug, let me run because I got a lot of crap we got to get to. But we just thought it would be a great idea. That'd be funny if.
Wait a second, real quick,
Yeah.
guys. I'm looking forward to Meat Market Saturday night. The whole crew. It's going to be a blast. So we'll see you there, guys. I got to jump off.
You can never get on the phone with him
Hold on,
first.
Doug,
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it is. A thing.
Is that a thing with him?
He hung.
He always does that.
He always does that.
Is that his little catchphrase?
Nope.
Is that his little thing that he always? Whenever we get him on the phone, everything has to end with, "Hey guys, I got to jump."
Yeah,
and
well,
then
usually
click.
he hangs up on people
Dial
like
tone.
mid-conversation. He just hangs up. He doesn't even say goodbye.
Wow, he thinks he's something big, huh? I like it. I like it. He's a funny guy.
No.
He's like a retarded Stephen Wright. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Oh my God. Dump it. Thank you.
Too late.
I just dumped that.
Too late.
I might have missed it.
The dump sounds
I
like
didn't
this.
mean that.
It sounds
That
like
was
Dude, you are.
That
what-
was
what
out
are-
of control. Can I be honest with you? I'm on pills today.
What are you?
I am.
What are you?
pills
You're
are
gonna
you
claim?
on?
You're gonna claim Americans with Disability
I
Act?
have a pinched nerve and I needed a painkiller.
You've blurted out some things that are. Dude,
Sorry.
You're gonna get canceled.
No, don't cancel me. I was totally apologize.
That was just
for
like
that.
word salad.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's word salad. I think Froggy's just getting extremely close to cancellation.
No, don't say that. I'm really pilled up though. Seriously. I have a pinched nerve and I have a numb right leg.
All right. Hey guys, I saw a public service announcement. I was watching. I was flipping around. And it was either CNN or Fox News Channel. I'm flipping around. I'm watching, the news, just trying to see what's going on. And I watch the various networks because I don't want to just stick on one. I want to see what everyone is doing. I want to see what stories they're covering. I want to see what the slant or the bent is. And so I float around and I watch the different channels. So I'm watching one of the news channels, and this public service announcement comes on for NHTSA. Do you know what NHTSA is?
National Institute for Tuberculosis.
No. NHTSA is the national.
I don't know.
NHTSA is the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration.
What is it, a silent H?
NHTSA.
NHTSA?
It's NHTSA. NHTSA. That's what they call it.
Wow.
So I've never seen this. The cable news channel, either Fox or CNN, I know it was one of the two. They run this public service announcement for NHTSA and for car seats. Listen to this spot. I'm going to have to play this twice. It's quick. It's only like, 10 or 15 seconds. But listen to this.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Did you hear that?
Ew, was that real?
Was that
Dude, that is a real commercial, and they have a guy with a straw thing, like a tube sticking up the infant's nose, and he's sucking the snot out of the baby's nose. Now, I know that they make like one of those little rubber squeeze bulbs to do that.
Yeah, we've had that.
I don't know that I've ever seen like a human snot siphon that you're supposed to jam up an infant's nose and then suck. And in the PSA, the guy has this baby snot go up the tube and it goes into his mouth and he swallows it. All right, Andrew put the video up. So the video is up on mjmorningshow.com. In the videos mentioned
I hate snot.
on the show. So if you go to mjmorningshow.com, go to mjmorningshow.com, videos mentioned on the show, and we've got the PSA there from this is a government agency. It's the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. And the point they're trying to make is, if you'll suck the snot out of your infant's nose at 4 o'clock in the morning, are you making sure that they're in the right baby car seat?
MJ, do not play that again. I'll puke. I'm serious. This is disgusting.
All right, take your headphones off and
I can't. I'm like,
put your fingers in your ears and go, Listen.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, that was on Froggy. Froggy's getting sick over here.
Should I say something really gross that would make you even more sick about snot?
No, don't.
Okay.
Dude, I cannot handle that. I can't handle snot at all.
I have a really gross snot story, but I'll tell you later.
Seriously, I have to leave.
Well, don't.
outside for a second.
Roxanne, do not. Don't tell the story.
I'd rather hear Roxanne's story than hear Froggy just being, oh my God.
I'll tell you on the Fester and Roxanne podcast.
About that with me.
Yeah, don't tell the story.
Sorry, I don't eat it like you, Fester.
Hey, Roxanne, did you send me this about the purple street lights?
I did, only because our investigator over here, news investigator, discovered this story a while ago.
Yeah, that was me.
It was Froggy, actually.
No, it was. I brought it up on the show. And then Froggy said he's noticed them in his. I'm the one that brought the story to the table. And then Froggy said, you know what? They're all over my neighborhood, too. And then I told Froggy to go take pictures.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So I was the one that brought this up. This is like a year and a half ago. This is a long time ago that I mentioned on the MJ Morning Show that as I drive around town at night, and I do so very frequently, I'm aimlessly driving around town at night.
Up and down, up and down.
But I noticed it, especially during the winter months when it gets dark early. I'm walking the dogs, and as I'm driving or walking the dogs, I just noticed all of these purple tinted streetlights. And I'm like, what is going on? Now, you can recognize that these streetlights are these newer installations. And the power companies all around the country, they are getting rid of the older incandescent or the mercury vapor bulbs, and they're going to a much more energy efficient LED. Just uses a whole lot less energy to illuminate. But there's a whole batch, and it's not just the Tampa Bay area. So, Roxanne, you sent me a story about it being nationwide and a whole list of cities that are affected here.
Canada-wide as well.
Oh, Canada? Here's an actual Twitter post from the city of Manhattan, Kansas. Manhattan, Kansas put out a notice. Seen any purple streetlights around town? While they put off a serious Cats vibe, it's actually a manufacturing defect of some LED bulbs, according to Evergy. The manufacturer is taking full responsibility to replace them. They should be swapped out over the next 4 to 6 months. Now, I brought this up well over a year ago on this. It might have been a year and a half ago. Might have been pretty close to when we came back on the air. And I mentioned that I live in the city of Tampa, and I've got these purple streetlights in my neighborhood. And remember, somebody from Tico was listening.
They contacted us.
It was like one of the Tico vice presidents was listening, and their executive assistant called Ted. And then Ted sent me the voicemail. Wow. And Ted forwarded me the voicemail. First he said, well. And then he sent me the voicemail where it said, hey, my boss was listening to the MJ Morning Show, and can you get us the addresses of all the purple streetlights? This was early on. And I've seen a number of ones that used to be purple have been fixed, and there were a couple on my street, but there are a couple not on my street that I didn't call about that are not fixed. So even in my neighborhood in Beach Park, as I walk the dogs, and I did last night, I'm seeing some of the purple streetlights.
I have the best idea for them. You put them over all the, all the people on the registry.
Oh, wait a second.
The sex offenders. Put them over their house.
There you go.
So everybody knows, stay away.
Yeah. But
they don't know until they plug them in what they are.
I'll tell you, though, but the city of, not the city of Tampa, but Tico, they need to send crews out at night because there are still tons of these out there.
They never got to my neighborhood, that's for sure.
There are still tons of the purple streetlights all over the place, and it's across the country. And Roxanne, you sent me some story. I don't even know the website, but I printed this out. It's like a 5-page story.
Yeah, it's really in depth, but
it talks about Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida. Yeah, we know.
And how it's just a sign of the times, or it's an indicator of a bigger problem.
No, it's not a sign. It's a manufacturing defect where the LED is not putting off the white or yellowish light.
Right, defective equipment. Sign of the times.
Sign of the times.
Yeah. So Andrew says he found the voicemail from Tico from like a year and a half ago. Roll it.
Hey, Ted, this is at Tampa Electric. It is Friday. It's 1:30, and my number is, hey, one of our executives heard on the morning show today, MJ and Froggy, talking about purple streetlights, and those need to be fixed, and we're looking for the addresses. So I'm not sure if you can point me to someone to get the addresses of those lights. They were both talking about it being in their neighborhoods. So we would like reports of where those are so we can get them replaced. Thanks.
So that was the voicemail. Now, I gave them a couple of addresses on my street, and those were fixed like within a day. They were really fast. And then, Froggy, did you ever get I don't think you ever got the addresses to them.
I sent you like 15 addresses, and they fixed
a couple of them?
Like 5 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are still lots of them out there, and I guess the company that made the bulbs, they're responsible. They're going to fix them all, and
yeah, that's a big issue for the manufacturer.
Is it?
Did they not plug in their bulbs and test them as they were being manufactured?
Not one test.
How do you let tens of thousands of purple LED bulbs leave when they're supposed to be a whitish or a yellowish streetlight light color?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
I'm one of the top LED lighting fixture salesmen, and I never test my lights.
That's just crazy.
Just
so
sell 'em.
here we are a year and a half later after I first discovered. Remember, we did the story, and then remember local TV stations did the story after we talked about it on the air.
Yeah.
I think we even played audio of local TV, like in the week after we talked about it, like a bunch of the local stations started running little news stories. Hey, you noticed the purple streetlights around town? No, it's more like, hey, you noticed that the MJ Morning Show talked about this, and then we're doing the story now?
The assignment editor
I don't know.
listens to us
Hey,
on the
listen,
ride into work.
I've got no issue with that. Folks, if I can provide any content for your newscasts, I'm happy to do it. And listen, hey, we grab content off of local news. It's a give and take. All right?
I have an issue with you saying you were the one who brought it up first when it was clearly me.
It was-
right,
it was-
Roxanne?
It really was him.
It was.
It really was
It
me.
was
What
not.
is with you? And I have to be first.
You concurred.
You did
observed
concur.
it.
I did not concur. I brought it up.
If anybody's listening and remembers,
Text Fester.
you know. Text Fester.
Yeah, let me know.
813-310-8444.
Let me know.
Who said it first?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this first. We've got one final chunk, a long chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. We got a lot to... Hey, why... let me tease a couple of things. Why did Dwayne Johnson buy every Snickers in a 7-Eleven?
I could take a guess.
All right, well, don't look it up.
No.
Put your phone down and don't look it up.
But I do follow him.
Why did Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, buy every Snickers at a 7-Eleven? That... and a whole lot more. Oh, also a couple of November reminders. So 2 very important little November 30th little, I guess, pointer outers that I got to make. All right, all that next. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Don't move. We're back in minutes. Q105, 9:30 exactly. Actually, now rolling up on 9:31. A very action-packed final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, as it usually is. Now, today is November 30th. Just want to point a couple of things out. So today is 11/30/22, November 30th. Is there anything significant that you guys can think of regarding November 30th?
Yeah, all your credit cards, you got them all due the same day at the end of the month or something.
No.
Well, that's what you told us one time.
I said the first of the month.
Oh, same thing. You got to pay them today so they're not late tomorrow.
No. I pay my all my alerts go off, all of my credit cards. I have an American Express. I have a Diners Club, a Carte Blanche, a Visa, and a MasterCard.
Did you say you have a Diners Club?
Okay, there are two of those that I don't have. All right, I don't.
The Diners Club.
I don't have Diners Club or Carte Blanche. Are they still around? But no, I have three credit cards. I have an American Express, and I have a
Black card.
I've got a Visa, and I got a MasterCard. All right, so I set up my dates so all of my credit cards are due on the first of the month. You can do that. So if you've got multiple credit cards, I mean, who the hell wants one is due on the 6th, one is due on the 16th, one is due on the
people who live paycheck to paycheck. I pay this one on the 1st, and pay this one on the 15th.
I'm just saying it's easier though if you have then you don't forget. You're not late with payments. You don't incur extra jacked up charges. It just makes it easier if you set your credit card pay dates, and all you got to do is ask your credit card company. But Roxanne, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's wrong. So November 30th. Anybody? Hello?
I don't know. We had Thanksgiving. Christmas is coming up. Hanukkah's coming up soon.
The texters know.
National Mason Jar Day.
It is not National Mason Jar.
I swear to God it is.
Oh.
Did you look up one of those stupid calendars of what the national day is?
It's also Chrissy Teigen's birthday.
Oh, my
Your favorite.
Michelle will not be happy.
My wife hates Chrissy Teigen.
Little sunny side up egg cheeks.
Calls her chipmunk cheeks or whatever. So what are the texters saying?
The texters know.
What are the texters saying? What is significant about November 30th? There are two things that I think are significant.
We are in the clear.
What?
We're in the clear.
Hurricane season's over?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's number one. So November 30th, this officially marks the end of hurricane season today. And of course, listen, we had the early November brush with the tropical storm.
Yeah, Nicole.
So it
that
does
was a hurricane.
It does. Well, for us, it was a tropical storm. It hit the East Coast initially as a Category 1, then quickly became a tropical storm. The other thing is, and listen, I'm just is Diners Club still out there?
I went to the website. Diners Club International is still a thing.
They've got a website that looks like it's modern, not from 1956 and Mad Men. You know?
All right. So today's the end of hurricane season. So now all the weathermen go on vacation?
No, they do that typically the end of October. And then here comes the tropical storm. All right. So the other thing is, for those that pay your property taxes independent of your mortgage, because some people, property taxes are rolled into the mortgage. Other people, it's not in the mortgage and you pay separately. At least in my county, I don't know about Pinellas or Polk or Pasco or Sarasota, but I'm guessing that the counties are probably set up, similarly. But in Hillsborough County, if you pay by today, you get the biggest discount on your property taxes.
Whoa.
Did you guys not know this?
Yes, I knew that. I forgot that it was today.
Yeah, I knew that, yeah.
So now, do you pay in your mortgage?
No, I just
Roxanne?
texted someone and said,
Doug?
Pay the taxes today.
Who'd you text? Your 3.5-year-old? You texted Doug. Why can't you say I texted
No,
Doug?
I did. I just texted him and said, guess what today is? The taxes are due.
Yeah, so pay. I know in Hillsborough, if you've got different months that if you pay by November 30th, you get the biggest discount. Then you get a discount like December 30th, and then each month, and then finally when you get to like March or whatever the hell it is at the end, then you got to pay the whole thing. But you can save significant money if you pay your taxes today and have it postmarked or pay it online by November 30th. So I make sure that there is not one year that I've owned my houses, and I've owned two houses here in Tampa Bay. My original house, then we built a house. I have never not paid, and both of my situations were not tied to my mortgage. So I paid my taxes separately.
Same.
And I always do it by November 30th because why would I want to hand the county more money than I had to?
What a couple of goody two-shoes you guys are.
Froggy, that's not it. It's why would, again, are you a moron? Why would you want to pay the property appraiser? Why would you want to pay them more money than you have to?
Because I enjoy procrastination. It's a part of my deal.
All right, have fun with that. All right, The Rock. He doesn't like to be called The Rock anymore, does he?
I think he's beyond The Rock.
I mean, The Rock was his wrestling name. I don't know that he dislikes it, but he has the whole brand under his legal name.
Yeah, listen, he's a likable guy. I think his Q score is like through the roof. Not many people dislike Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
There aren't any like bad Rock stories.
Yeah, not really.
Well,
his dad was the bad one.
Well, here's a story. He was trying to make amends. Apparently, The Rock was not always perfect. You know, The Rock is 50 years old now. And he went back to his hometown 7-Eleven, bought every single Snickers bar on the shelf.
Was it in Tampa? I thought he used to come into my Publix all the time. Is he from Tampa?
No, this is in Hawaii.
Oh.
So this is at a certain, I guess.
They have Snickers there?
Yeah, they have Snickers in Hawaii, Froggy. They have spam-flavored Snickers.
He tells the story that he used to steal a Snickers every day from this 7-Eleven in Hawaii when he was 14 years old.
Oh, let me guess. Now he's made it.
Is
he's
that?
going to come in.
Hang on, is that audio there? Hold on, roll the audio.
I don't know what I have here. Here we go.
Just roll it. Go ahead.
There we go.
I have been waiting decades to do what I'm getting ready to do now.
Oh no! Hang on a minute.
What's going on?
What'd you do, you jabroni?
I don't know. Something broke over here. All right.
I think this is an edited piece.
All right, start from the beginning. Here we go.
Decades to do.
Oh, just go back to the very beginning.
Okay. I have been waiting decades to do what I'm getting ready to do now.
The Rock rights a wrong. Yes, it's the holiday season, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson is
who the hell is this guy?
In a rather unique way. The billion-dollar box office star returned to this 7-Eleven in Hawaii.
Every day, I used to stop here at this 7-Eleven and steal a king-size Snicker bar because I couldn't afford to buy one.
That Snickers bar fueled his daily workouts.
Oh, man. So he went back to the 7-Eleven in Hawaii and bought every Snickers on the shelf because when he was 14, he used to steal them.
Yeah, what a dork.
And then he also bought things for other people in the store. So whoever else was in the store, he bought whatever they had at the front counter.
Is he in rehab or something? Because that's what you have to do. Like you have to go acknowledge your wrongs and make amends.
What is this now? Roll it.
I don't know.
Snickers bar in the store. And poor BK, the current clerk, was tasked with cashing out the order. Johnson began explaining why he cleared the shelf, but BK was a little preoccupied.
So this isn't real.
Every day.
We're doing that. Eventually, the bars were.
Anyway, so
they never have that. When you go to the store, there's like 5 Snickers.
No, there's not. There's usually
500.
There's a box of them.
Okay, it's like there's like 60 of them. He bought every Snicker bar.
I'm tired of The Rock. He's got TV shows, movies, Tequila. Man, I'm tired of him.
I'm not tired of the guy. I find him very likable.
Me too. I love him.
Yeah. Look at that. So, imagine 14 years old. He stole a king-size Snickers every day.
Look how big he is. That's a good advertisement for Snickers, actually.
Dumb were the store clerks there to let that happen every day. Hey, this big guy comes in and walks out every day, doesn't buy anything.
I am not a beer drinker. I just don't like beer.
What,
but
The Rock steal beer too?
No, I'm moving on.
Oh, okay.
This is a segue.
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm not a beer drinker. I'm a red wine drinker. I'm a whiskey, bourbon drinker.
Got to mix some tequila in.
No, I don't. I hate tequila.
Let's not forget the Jaeger.
I think tequila sucks, to be quite honest. I despise tequila.
Gosh, that's strong.
Yeah, I'm not a tequila fan. I don't like it.
But you like Jaeger.
But Roxanne sure as hell is a tequila fan.
I do like Jägermeister. I think Jaeger's great stuff. Jaeger's fantastic.
All right.
All right, so I don't drink beer. Now, let me go around the room here and just ask the question. Roxanne, are you a beer drinker?
Nope, never have been.
You don't like beer either?
I've taken like a couple sips and I've just never liked it.
I don't like the taste. I just can't get it. Just Fester,
I'm not a crazy beer drinker. I'm more of an ice cream guy.
So none of us. How about Froggy? Do you drink beer?
No. I don't like it. It's too filling.
I mean, if it's the only thing around, I won't turn it down, but I don't go out of my way for it.
Andrew,
I don't have any beer at the house.
Andrew, are you a beer drinker?
Not at all. Root beer, but not beer.
Yeah, I like root beer too, but I only have like one soda a year.
How about ginger beer?
I've had ginger beer. Ginger beer's good.
Guys, don't derail me here. So none of us drink beer. Well, unfortunately, I guess we're not, shoppers at these stores. 2 Tampa Bay area stores have been named to the best beer shops in America list.
That's cool.
By the Wine Enthusiast, which I'm familiar with Wine Enthusiast. So the Wine Enthusiast says 99 bottles in Sarasota, along with Hawthorne Bottle Shop right here in St. Pete, are among the best beer shops in America.
That's I've never been to either of them, but
right
that's
here.
pretty cool.
So to the owners of 99 Bottles in Sarasota, congratulations. Same thing to the Hawthorne Bottle Shop here in St. Pete. Congratulations. I mean, I would stop by, but I'm not a beer drinker.
Yeah, and I think we're kind of anomalies because I think most people do like beer. I mean, I'd say
listen,
greater than 50%.
All the guys that I know drink beer.
Yeah, man, I drink IPA, man. Only the good stuff, man. Craft beer, man.
You know
Only
what?
craft, man.
I mean, beer was good when it was like, Budweiser and Miller. Now
Now
there's all
the
these crafty
snobs.
beers, and everywhere there's a brewery, and this one tastes like raspberry and blah, blah, blah. Forget it.
Did you see that Will Smith did like his first interview?
Yeah.
And he's apologized. So Will Smith has a new movie coming out. Yeah.
Screw him.
Anyone, is the Academy going to be interested, or is he going to be punished for smashing Chris Rock in the face?
Well, he's got that 10-year ban of going to the Oscars.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, so he's on this big publicity tour, but in this case, I think it's more of an apology tour. So last, let's see, was it Monday night? Last night was what, Tuesday? So Monday night, he was on The Daily Show. And he told that Trevor Noah guy that it was a horrific night when he slapped Chris Rock on worldwide television at the Oscars. It was just minutes before he himself had won his first Oscar. Now, just days after this limited theatrical release of Emancipation on December 2nd, followed by then the wide release on Apple TV on December 9th, he's doing whatever he can to lend support to the project, trying to rehabilitate his image. So this is part of what he told Trevor Noah on The Daily Show on Comedy Central.
Yeah, that was a horrific night, as you can imagine. There's many nuances and complexities to it, but at the end of the day, I lost it, and I guess what I would say, you just never know what somebody's going through. In the audience right now, you're sitting next to strangers, and somebody's mother died last week,
Can you say anymore? He's on this major rehabilitation tour, Can he fix himself, or do you think he's damaged himself forever? Can he come back from this? What do you think?
Absolutely, he will.
Celebrities murder other celebrities that come back.
Seriously, who is he?
He's, big picture, he's a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, he's a gem.
I mean, he should hang out with OJ or something.
That's what he ought to do. Anyway, he's apologizing, and he said it was a horrific night. You believe him, or do you think he's just a really good actor? What do you think?
Well, he is a really good actor.
That's what I'm
If he was
saying.
such a good actor, you want to say every other word.
All right, a couple of things before we get out of here. Hey, don't move, because the final closing stuff is in just moments here on the MJ Morning Show. The Holland Group. Let me talk about Steve Elizabeth Holland. And I got a couple of more things before we shut things down, but I want to talk about Steve Elizabeth